Let's go Falcons! Hey yo, batter up, let the bout begin. Solano Falcons, bout to show you how you win. Cause this is our year, man, forget the past. We taking over right now with our pitching staff. Yo, it's game time, so let the games begin. Solano on the field and we gain in a win. Hey yo, it's game time, don't you hear the people chant? Cause this is our house, make way for the champ, it's game time.
Welcome everybody to Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium, where your Falcons will take on the visiting Los Medanos Mustangs. Chris Bagley along with Saul Balazzi and Stephen Babb here on the Solano College Sports Network. The Mustangs took the first one of this three-game set 6-3 at Los Medanos on Tuesday. Los Medanos, Stephen, coming into this game red hot, winning 5 of their past 6 games, 9-2 in Bay Valley Conference, and are starting to heat up more and more as playoffs are approaching.
Yeah, the Mustangs are red hot indeed. They're riding a four-game winning streak, and versus Solano this season so far, they are 1-1 with that one win coming this past Tuesday. Taking the mound for the Mustangs today is Austin Kennedy. In 10 starts, he's got a 4-3 record, and he has pitched 2 complete games with a 2.24 ERA, and he's averaging about 60 innings on the season, so he's averaging just about 6 innings a start. So the Mustangs are going to look for him to get in a groove early and eat up some innings and try to blank the Falcons going late into the game.
Yeah, we'll see if the Mustangs can get a strong pitching performance from Kennedy and keep things going. And now so odd, Jordan Chana getting the nod today from Tyron Salampa, head coach of the Falcons. Usually see him on Saturdays, but gets to start on Thursday. What do you expect to see, and what do you think he can do in order to solidify this win for the Falcons today?
Well, just like Kennedy for Los Medanos, he also has 2 complete games underneath his belt. He has 52 innings. But third for his team. He has a 3.98 ERA, so I expect him to go the distance at least, or at least get far enough for the closer, Tyler Pearsall, to come in and not really tap in the bullpen that much.
Yeah, we'll see if Chana can also get a good start for the Falcons, keep things going. Both teams coming in red hot. Mustangs, Falcons. And now you have the starting lineup for the Mustangs.
Yes, I do. Leading off, playing left field, we have Daniel Glorioso. Hitting second, playing third base, Miles Caston. Hitting third, playing right field, Riley Cleary. Catching, hitting cleanup, Victor Anaguno. Hitting fifth, playing shortstop, Jason Ochoa. Hitting sixth, DHing tonight, CJ Sneth. Hitting seventh, playing second base, Jace Vasquez. Hitting eighth, Vince Lance, playing first base. Hitting ninth, we have Josiah Peterson playing center field, and pitching today, we have Austin Kennedy.
Thank you, Saad. And now the lineup for your Solano Falcons.
Aaron Corral, shortstop, Capistrano Valley Christian.
Roberto Diaz, second base, Jesse Betta High School.
Nathan Gutierrez, DH, The American Canyon High School.
Jared Denning, catcher, American Canyon High School.
Kyle Krebs, right field, Carson High School.
Connor Caparelli, first base, Dixon High School.
Nick Dodson, third base, Justin Siena High School.
Cody Gregory, left field, El Camino High School.
Isaiah Barrett, center field, Armio High School.
Jordan Chana, pitcher, Clear Lake High School.
Hi, I'm Dr. Celia Esposito Noy. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Back, and did you see there? Nice warm-up toss from catcher Jared Denning. Chana getting the start today. Like you said, so this will be real key for the Falcons to see if Chana can keep things going, as he's been red hot lately.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he has today. I'm really excited to see all his stuff and his energy, because he is one of the players that's in the dugout that he doesn't sit by himself. He definitely has the energy, and he gets his team going, and I'm excited to see that on the mound today with his stirrups.
Chana ready. Glorioso ready. First pitch in there.
Glorioso's been a hitter for the Mustangs so far this season. He's only started 17 games and appeared in 25, but he's posting a .377 batting average.
That one gets away from Chana. Defensive alignment for the Falcons. Gregory getting the start out in left field. Barrett out in center. Krebs in right. From left to right, Dotson at third. Corral at short. Diaz at second. Caparelli at first. Denny behind the dish, Chana on the mound, and DHing today for the Falcons, Gutierrez.
Yeah, if Gutierrez isn't playing first, if he's not pitching, he's DHing. You need his bat in the lineup.
Sliders fouled off from Glorioso. 1-2.
Kind of windy day, a lot of clouds. Kind of thought it was going to be sunny today. But nonetheless, it's a great day to play and watch some baseball.
Is that one in there to start the game off, catching Glorioso doing a little window shopping for out number 1.
Next up to bat, number 2.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Chana's
Miles
stuff is working
Costin.
today. That was a great strikeout pitch.
Really buckled his knees right there. Not sure if that was a changeup or a two-seam with a little bit of tail on that one, but that'll bring up Miles Costin, third baseman for the Stangs today.
Costin's hitting .336 for Los Medanos. So definitely an average hitter and a little bit of power with a home run so far this season.
Fastball ties Costin up quickly down 1-1.
Yeah, that was a home run swing right there. Trying to go over the fence, the 400 mark, right behind Isaiah Verrett in center field.
Yeah, the wind pushing out towards right field today. That one drops below the knees of Costin. 2-1.
Yeah, let's see if the weather plays much of a factor in today's game.
That one's fisted again, but fouled off this time. 2-2. Yeah, we saw the weather play a little bit of a factor back last week when the Falcons played the Storm. And that slider swung on and missed for out number 2.
Back-to-back strikeouts is exactly what Chana wanted us, how he wanted to start the game.
Next up to bat.
That really has all of his pitches working so far. As in the first 2 batters, we've seen everything from the 4-seam, the slider, the 2-seam, and the changeup. So they'll bring up number 3 hitter Riley Clearly. Right field, he takes a ball in.
Yeah, Cleary's a good number 3 hitter for the Mustangs, hitting .347, 1 home run, 16 RBIs.
Fastball up, swung on and missed. I feel like I keep repeating myself, and it's only 2 hitters in the game. 1-1.
That just shows you the kind of stuff that Chana has.
Seems to be on top of it, just like Steven was saying. This is low. 2-1. Slider ground ball to Corral. On over to Caparelli to end the inning. So nice job from Chana. Quick work, 1-2-3 inning, as we'll head to the bottom of the first licks for the Falcons.
Aaron Corral, thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, this is Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
see there, Kennedy just finished up his warm-up tosses. And just based on the stats, like we talked about in the introduction, I mean, from Chana to Kennedy, this looks like it's going to be a pitcher's duel.
Oh, absolutely. So it'll be important for the offense of both teams to get out to a quicker start and at least start making contact on these two aces that are on the mound today.
Yeah, we'll see if small ball plays a factor in this game as Corral takes a first pitch strike.
Yeah, it's good to see Corral leading off. He's actually been a lot better since moving up to the top of the lineup.
That one's off the end of the bat, blooped into right field for a base hit.
Sometimes that's just the kind of magic you need to get going, especially when the other team's pitcher that's on the mound is, been doing so well and been so hot as of late. You want to just kind of take what you can and, make contact wherever you can when you're in the box.
Yeah, those small hits right there, no matter how you get them. I mean, a hit is a hit.
Absolutely.
So that will bring up Roberto Diaz. And we've seen Diaz creep up in the batting average as he shows bunt here. First pitch bunted down the first baseline, hits the lip of the grass and goes foul.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it hit that lip right there. If it would have stayed on the grass, that would have been a great bunt.
Yeah, not only is he creeping in batting average, like you said, Chris, but he's been creeping up in the home run total, too. He had 2 in one game, and he's just been on fire.
Also, another guy that has liked the switch from the bottom of the order to the top. Really been doing well since he's been up at that 2-hole for the Falcons.
I feel like at this point, though, you could put Roberto anywhere, and he'll just hit.
Yeah, he's definitely been feeling it with the bat these past couple weeks.
So from Kennedy, check on to Corral, back in there safely. Costin in, even with the bag at third. Mustangs playing for a bunt. Diaz doesn't show, takes the ball up.
Wonder if that was a pitch out there. Looked like they keeping an eye over at first.
Yeah, we saw Anguiano kind of jump up early and kind of go out in front of the plate like it was a pitch out. Be a perfect time to bunt, and indeed, look like a breaking pitch in the dirt. Nice block right there. 2-1.
Yeah, like you said, Anguiano, who's catching tonight, has his eye on Corral at first, but I expect him to block everything that's going to be pitched toward him, of course. Just be a wall back there.
Yeah, Corral 4 stolen bases on the year. So always a threat as Kennedy steps off. We'll see if the hit and run's on. What do you guys think? 2-1, first inning? Maybe start something off?
Hey, why not?
If you want to put the hit and run sign on, it would be Roberto at bat.
There goes Corral. Pulls back is Diaz, but that's called strike off the glove of Anguiano as he was trying to do the transfer too early right there. So that'll be a stolen base for Corral, his 5th on the year.
Yeah, tough break on the strike call on that. Not sure if it was maybe inside corner and Diaz didn't feel comfortable putting the bunt down.
Yeah, not sure with that. Also, Diaz could have been showing bunt and pulled back to try to block the vision of Anguiano behind the dish.
In that case, it worked.
Thought it was going to be a bunt and run, maybe get Corral over to third, but nonetheless, does work out for the Falcons at the end. Here's the 2-2 at the knees, inside corner, catches Diaz looking for the first out.
1 away now with that strikeout. Corral is at second, so he is in scoring position, and now you're going to have the big guys, Nate Gutierrez, and hopefully for the Falcons, Jared Denning, the 2 guys you want to see up there when there's runners on scoring position.
Gutierrez still #1 in Bay Valley Conference in home runs, 5 on the year. And Falcons as a team, really an offensive powerhouse, I guess you could say. 15 home runs, and that is 6 more than the second best team.
Yeah, their bats have really come alive here in the last couple of weeks as far as the long ball goes. Like you mentioned earlier, we saw Diaz hit 2 out in the same game. And it's been fun to watch from back here in the broadcasting booth. See these long balls get hit by the Falcons.
Set from Kennedy. Here it is, ground ball on over to Vasquez for the second out. Corral over to third on that. 2 down.
Yeah, their defensive alignment for that play was perfect. Second baseman was playing deep in the grass and was able to field that ball pretty easy. If he was shading more over towards second, that would have hit the gap for sure.
Yeah, almost caught Gutierrez. I want to say it looked like just from the swing, maybe caught him guessing, kind of hesitant to swing on that. It looked like a pitch right down the middle part of the plate and just a weak ground ball to the second base side. But that'll bring up Denning, who the Mustangs have a shift on. We haven't seen this as far as on the Solano College Sports Network. And that'll bring Ochoa to talk to Kennedy real quick.
Yeah, this is a pretty dramatic shift for Denning, leaving third base all alone.
Yeah, they're definitely playing him to pull right now.
And Denning doesn't have that bad of a speed. I mean, we see him steal some bags here, and he can easily plot one down the third baseline for a base hit.
And that was the pitch. I think he was looking to maybe do that. That would have been a good one. Maybe a little low, but away for sure. That would have been a good pitch to try to go the other way.
Denning having some words with the home plate umpire. Vasquez playing the 3-4 hole out in shallow right field. That's a ground ball right to him as the shift works out for the Mustangs to end the inning. Falcons strand 1 at third as we head to the top of the 7th, 4-5-6 for the Stangs.
Hi, I'm Jordan Chana, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Anguiano will lead it off here in the top of the second. That first pitch is fouled.
Anguiano is hitting .258 on the season for the Mustangs, 6 RBIs.
During the break, I was talking about how not really a fan of any type of overshift.
That's a chopper, and Dotson fields it in fair territory. The throw on over to Caparelli in time. 1 down.
I'm not necessarily a fan of the overshift, but you have a complete opposite view.
I do, so odd. It's a part of the game. You're playing on statistics, and I mean, obviously at this level, you don't necessarily have the lefty versus righty type thing, but power lefty and Jared Denning, you're kind of almost making the assumption if you're Los Medanos in that Denning is going to pull.
It's definitely, like you said, baseball smarts. It's just maybe as a fan, I just not really a fan of it, but I get where you're coming from.
Ochoa laces that one into center field for a 1-out single.
That was a good piece of hitting there. Inside out, stayed with it, and drove it right back up the middle.
Ochoa, one of the
Up to bat,
three
number 4,
300-plus hitters
CJ
for the Los
Steve.
Medanos, coming in at 336. 2 home runs and 24 RBIs, which leads the team in both categories. So let's see if the Mustangs can get something going against Chana. That first pitch to Sneth is in there for a strike.
Yeah, that hit by Ochoa was the first of the game so far. Granted, we're only in the second inning, but Chana has been grooving.
Ochoa 7 stolen bags. The check, and that one hits the dirt in front of Caparelli. There had no chance right there. Ochoa stays put at second, so that'll be an E1 on the throw.
Yeah, an unfortunate mistake there to put a runner in scoring position with 1 out here early in the game. Hopefully Chana can keep focused and forget about that.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher, you want to have short-term memory loss there. The only time you want to have that, I should say. Caparelli in at first. That pitch is up. Falcons playing for a bunt.
Oh, yeah, definitely 1 out runner on second. I'd expect that too. Calling that a balk.
That's going to be a balk as Chana did not step off, and he looks a bit confused, but that was a blatant balk as before he stepped off, released his pitching hand from the ball and his glove and went to go wipe his face and then stepped off.
Yeah,
he looked a little puzzled, but
yeah. Sometimes when you're in your head and you're thinking about your next pitch and you're focused, the little things kind of fall to the wayside.
That one gets away from Denning, and here comes Ochoa, and he will score on the pass ball from Jared Denning as the Mustangs are on the board first, 1-0.
That's just something we don't usually see with Jared Denning. Like we've been saying all year, he's just a wall back there. And after the confusion with the balk, Chana not really sure how that was called a balk, which obviously was one. The ball got past Denning, and now just like that, they're up 1-0.
So as you mentioned earlier, Sawad small ball definitely coming into play here for the Mustangs in the second inning.
Yeah, an E1 balk and a pass ball. 3-1 the count. Now Sneth is in the driver's seat. Can look for his pitch only, as we've seen Chana get a little frazzled here in this at-bat. The 3-1. For ball 4, so Sneth works a base on balls, and that'll bring up Vasquez.
Yeah, I think that pitch might have missed just a little low. Looked like it got the corner, though.
Salampa now going out to talk to his guy, Chana. You can just tell he's in his head a little bit after the balk and then after the wild pitch and then the run scores. After he was just grooving to start the game with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, this is definitely the start for the Mustangs, though, that they wanted to get off to with 2 great pitchers on the mound and try to get to Chana early. Looks like they're starting to do that.
12.
The runs could be at a bare minimum, so the fact that the Mustangs were able to jump on the board first and this early in the top of the second is key. Set from Chana. Very conservative lead over there by Sneth at first. First pitch to Vasquez. Let's see if the Falcons can turn 2. There's 1. And not 2, as it looked like Caparelli took his foot off the bag on the stretch. So a fielder's choice for Vasquez keeps the inning alive for the Mustangs. 2 down.
Yeah, that would have been a tough play. He had a good jump from first heading to second, and they looked like the Falcons, were running out of time as far as him heading down to first.
Yeah, and Caparelli has long legs, but there's almost certain things that you can't do, and he couldn't take his foot off the bag.
Fouled off. And it looked like he might have kept it on.
It was like in no man's land. You want to reach out for the ball, but you want to keep your foot on the bag. It's like there's always yeah.
Always the worst. Just from China, that might have been a pitch out as Denning was extended, set up in the opposite side of the batter's box. Vasquez with a good lead over there first. Thought about going. That's a ground ball right back to Chana. And to end the inning, the Mustangs score first, though, on a couple errors and mishaps from the Falcons as we head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Mustangs.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Tyron. Coach, Roberto Diaz was named Northern California Player of the Week last week. What has he been doing well lately?
You know what, Roberto's been getting good pitches to hit and hitters counts and just doing his job when he puts those good at-bats together. It's a big deal for him. He had a monster week. It's the first time for one of our Falcon guys to get that since Joey Dodson in 2015, so it was a big deal.
Yeah, it's definitely a big deal. And this is one of the tougher teams in the Bay Valley Conference. What did you tell your guys going into the game today?
You know, I feel like the other day we just got outplayed by a team that we're probably better than, so I feel like if we just go out there today and do what we do, we're going to come out on top.
Thanks, Coach. Now back to you guys in the booth.
Right fielder.
Thank you, Andy.
Number 20, Kyle Krebs.
Kyle Krebs will lead it off for the Falcons in the bottom of the second.
You know, I just want to put it out there that Tyron Slampa, head coach for the Falcons, just one of the best interviews for me that I've done thus far, being in the Solano College Sports Network, the program. He's just a great interview. He has great answers, just a great guy overall. So glad to see him doing another on-field interview.
Yeah, class act guy, cool, calm, and collective. First pitch to Krebs. Misses. Redshirt freshman out of Carson City, Nevada. That one's fouled off. 1-1.
I've enjoyed watching Krebs play right field this season for the Falcons. He's fantastic out there. Seems to have great range and can also do it at the plate.
Yeah, Krebs also one of those guys that's heating up as far as the offensive side. 324. Saw him in the mid to low 200s to start off the first half of the season, but he's definitely picked things up. And all season, he's always been a Gold Glove right fielder.
I'll never get over the Superman play he did earlier in the season. I'm going to go back and
look.
He did have two, you're right, but the one I'm thinking about was way before league play.
It's a weak ground ball right to Vasquez for the first out.
And it looked like maybe it would get down for a base hit, or maybe he'll keep it in front of him, something, you know, casual. But no, he stuck his glove out, jumped, and made an amazing play.
Number 29, Connor
So that'll bring up Connor Caparelli, who's made his way into the starting lineup for the Falcons.
Yeah, and his bat's really been taken off with a 364 average.
Freshman out of Dixon High School shows bunt, and that's off of him.
Good idea, though. No one saw that coming. Everyone was playing their back. No one really expected Connor to bunt.
Yeah, Costin was back behind third, and now will stay in front of the bag now. As that may be a game plan for Caparelli, maybe draw on the third baseman and lace something through the 5-6 hole.
Yeah, let's see if he can do that here.
Kennedy gets the sign and a swing and a miss on a fastball at the letters. 0-2.
Mustangs dugout is alive right now, especially getting that run, the wonky run in the second inning.
Caparelli looked a little bit frustrated with himself as he did a big circle around as he stepped out and took off his helmet.
Yeah,
said something to himself.
It's hard to lay off that high fastball,
especially when you're that tall.
You feel like you can hit anything.
Here's the 0-2 from Kennedy. That fastball catches Caparelli looking for the second out.
Yeah, tough break there in that at bat for Caparelli.
Up to bat.
Just a big strike zone. And we've even seen that in the bigs. I mean, a guy like Aaron Judge. I don't know if you guys have been watching the games lately, but some of the strike calls on that guy are just insane. It's 2 balls out, 2 balls up, and they're still calling it a strike. So definitely feel for Caparelli in that circumstances. That'll bring up with 2 down Nick Dotson. That one hits the lower outside part of the plate.
Yeah, it's tough for tall hitters. There's a lot of holes in the strike zone where pitchers try to take advantage of their length. We see it a lot with Brandon Belt. You see it with Aaron Judge.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled. 0-2.
And then we mentioned this in the broadcast before. Steven, you mentioned it, where Hunter Pence wears his socks over his knees so then he can kind of stretch the strike zone a little bit for himself, which is a smart play. If you're going to do it and they're going to give it to you, why not?
Any little advantage you can get.
Yeah, those guys look for anything, especially at that level. Some of the calls the umpires make, Dotson calls time.
Yeah.
Outlandish.
There's been a lot of questionable calls this week in the MLB.
Already. And so
yeah.
I just showed me the brawl that happened between the Red Sox and Yankees last night. Joe Kelly got a 6-game suspension, and Tyler Austin got 5.
Yeah. I think Joe Kelly definitely should get more because he's a pitcher. He's a bullpen, right?
I mean, I know I'm sticking up for my Yankees, but I mean.
No, I'm sticking up for your Yankees this time.
Yeah,
he definitely. Joe
Kelly, that was just a.
That was a Ryan Dempster move where he missed the first pitch, threw some more, and then finally hit a guy. That's what you call Bush League.
If you're going to hit him, just hit him on the first pitch.
Wow, we're in the 2nd inning and already talking about the Yankees.
That's a check swing ground ball to the right side. Fielding it is Kennedy. Underhand throw to Lance to end the inning. So down go the Falcons, 1-2-3 to retire the side as we head to the top of the 3rd. 8-9-1 for the Mustangs. Welcome back. Josiah Peterson, number 9 hitter. Go ahead and lead off the top of the 3rd. First pitch is fouled. Out of play, 0-1.
You know, Chana can't be happy with himself after the top half of the 2nd inning, but he has to, forget about it. Baseball players, pitchers specifically, have to have a short-term memory loss right there.
In the dirt. 1-1.
Yeah, it'll be important for him to make his pitches here early in the 3rd to try to get him back, feeling good about his time out there on the mound.
Yeah, got to keep the ball down low.
Especially how everything happened, too, where it was.
Chop it right in front of the plate. Fielding it in fair territory is Denning for the first out.
How runner got on first, an error, goes to 2nd, balk, goes to 3rd, wild pitch, scores. So it's not something that,
Number 3,
makes you happy, of course.
Very unusual
but you have to forget
way to score. Not even swinging the bat if you're Sneth up there. And you guys take the lead. First pitch slider for a ball.
But to go back on a play by Jared Denning, that was just great. How he got in front of the plate, kept his composure, and threw down to Caparelli to get the out.
Glorioso right to Caparelli. That'll be a 3 unassisted for the 2nd out.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was hit pretty well, but unfortunately for the Mustangs, right at Caparelli.
Number 2, Miles Costin.
Trying to set the first 2 hitters down quickly as I bring up third baseman Costin, one of Chana's strikeout victims already. That first pitch misses low.
Starting to sprinkle a little bit here.
Got a rain cloud out to the left of us. It's the lower part. Costin looking at the plate, a bit confused on where that one hit. 1-1. It's driven out into center field. Back goes Verrett, battling the sun, and that's going to be over his head off the bottom of the wall. Getting it in fast and quickly to Corral, but that'll be a 2-out double for Costin.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to be hit that deep off the bat, but I think with the wind pushing to right center out there, that definitely gave it a boost. So I definitely did not see that being an all the way to the fence hit from back here.
It looked like he tied him up, to be honest with you, and the wind playing, I think, a big factor in that one, just kind of carried the ball out there. And Verrett, it looked like he had it under control, but just seemed to get away from him and nonetheless hit off the bottom of the wall for a double.
But a good job by Verrett to get the ball in quickly and keep him from getting all the way to third.
Yeah, Costin with pretty good speed. As that first pitch to Cleary is in there. Chana looks at Costin, the slider in there. Catches the black. 0-2.
Yeah, I definitely think this umpire's strike zone tends more towards the knees.
Yeah, we've seen Kennedy and Chana live on that lower outside part of the plate so far.
You still kind of have to be dangerous, though, because that's easy to pick up on.
Well, that's when, if you're a pitcher, you can have that hitter kind of creep up on the plate and maybe go inside, tie him up. We'll see if Chana does that here. Does another slider, but swing and a miss is Cleary. So the Mustangs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base as we head to the bottom half of the third.
Hi, I'm Cody Gregory, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey, ladies, I'm Isaiah Verrett. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Number 24.
1-0.
Cody
The Mustangs
Gregory.
lead over the Falcons here in the bottom of the third. Bottom of the order for the Falcons. 8-9-1. Gregory, Verrett, and Corral.
Yeah, let's see if these Falcons hitters, after seeing Kennedy for the second time, could take advantage going back through the order.
First pitch swinging from Gregory, fouls that one off. And that seems to be that if the Falcons are going to able to have success in today's game against Kennedy, they're going to have to look at the beginning of the count, maybe hop on those first pitch fastballs.
Yeah, I agree. Get to him early in the count.
Another swing and a foul off the glove of Anguiano. 0-2.
You are down 1-0. It's always good to be not to be that aggressive, but then again, you always want to be aggressive. So it's kind of both sides.
As Anguiano was set up quite a bit off the plate right there. Obviously a setup pitch.
Yeah. It looked like maybe a little bit of a location mistake because he came back over the middle. Anguiano did good to get behind it.
Luckily still in the dirt. Didn't leave anything up. The 1-2 here. Another breaking ball fouled off. Staying alive is Gregory.
Yeah, it looks like Gregory's seeing the pitches pretty well with 3 foul balls in this at bat. Let's see if he can, straighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, just missing him as they're going straight back. So see, like you said, Steven, if he can maybe get something going, find a pitch he can square up. Another one fouled off.
Been doing a great job, though, staying alive, fouling off all the pitches. When you foul off all the pitches, you kind of see what the pitcher has. So it's kind of a win-win because you're wearing him out, and then you're seeing kind of pitches he has.
See what Kennedy throws here. Breaking ball or fastball. The 1-2. Fastball, outer black, catches Gregory looking for the first out.
I'm not sure if the rain picked up or the wind is really affecting it because it is kind of windy right now.
Center fielder.
As Kennedy,
number 3.
Up there on the mound, took his hat off and really embracing the showers right now.
The weather in Fairfield is just something else.
It's crazy.
Because it's going to be sunny the rest of the week, and then I think it's going to rain next Monday, I want to say.
First pitch to Verrett. Breaking ball doesn't quite make its way back in.
Brian Nelson being the true gamer right now, blocking the rain with his hands.
Our personal own shield.
Yep.
He didn't even want to take off the jacket. He
just
take one for the team.
Just for his, no, exactly. No one else will ever do. You wouldn't do that, Chris. If it was a hurricane right now, you have to save the TriCaster or yourself. You would save yourself, and you're not a team player for that. And Poff agrees.
Wow, really putting me on the spot, so odd. Alrighty then. 1-1 misses low. Costin playing normal depth at third. You might want to watch out here for Verrett. Maybe put down a bunt as he almost acts as a leadoff hitter at the 9th spot. That one's in. 3-1.
Yeah, and Verrett definitely has the speed to get down to first in a hurry.
I definitely like that phrase. He acts like a leadoff hitter in the 9th spot. That's the benefit of having speedy guys in the top and bottom of your lineup.
See what Kennedy throws here. A breaking ball, and that one misses. So Verrett draws a walk, handed over to the top of the lineup in Corral, who singled.
Next up to the
has a
plate.
lone hit for the Falcons here so far.
Aaron Corral.
An interesting pitch right there on 3-1 from Kennedy to go with the breaking ball instead of a hard stuff.
It was, and he had missed with a few breaking balls in tight to Verrett already in that at-bat. Interesting to see him go back to that pitch.
As he goes back to it again, but that one finds the outside corner as he seems to be living there.
If you're getting the strikes, why not? If you're getting it called.
Yeah, the umpire seems to love that outside part. Misses out. That was right to the glove of Anguiano, but the umpire said no, no.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you got to pitch to the zone that's being called. If he's going to, call that low outside, got to pitch it there.
And that's what Kennedy's exactly doing. And we don't see that many pitchers, I feel like, pick up on that kind of pitch towards, or I should say, to the umpire rather than what they're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, the umpire is the one obviously making the call.
Yeah, absolutely. you can make as many pitches as you think you make, but if they don't get called, they don't get called.
Yeah, and although Corral has significantly improved, he still is tied, or excuse me, he's tied for second in strikeouts with 26, so he still is a strikeout threat.
Corral just misses that fastball.
Isaiah Verrett, who is on first base with a walk, has 27. Roberto Diaz has 26, and so does Aaron Corral.
Two the count. Verrett, 9 stolen bags on the year, leading the team. So could see him potentially go, maybe keep the Falcons out of the double play ball. There he goes, swing and a miss from Corral. Here's the throw from Anguiano, but to the left and unable to field that is Vasquez. So a strikeout will make it out number 2.
Yeah,
stolen
like
bag number 10 for Verrett.
Yeah, it looked like the ball kind of like, you know, just got out of Anguiano's hand in kind of an awkward way, because that wasn't a very good throw down to second at all. And it's funny that you mentioned the stealing right before that pitch, because Anguiano actually sat up on his feet preparing for it, and so he knew it was coming, and he still wasn't able to make a clean enough throw down.
Yeah, Verrett got a pretty good jump over there at first, and like you said, it might have been the transfer, might have slipped out of his hands, something, maybe rushed it. So that'll bring up Diaz, who struck out looking his first time up. Step off from Kennedy.
Yeah, so instead of 26, actually makes 27 strikeouts for both Corral and Diaz with the last out.
Yeah, you know Roberto sees that RBI out there on second base.
Anything in his wheelhouse, his eyes are getting real big. And this is where, if you're Kennedy, you almost kind of pick your poison here, as you got Diaz, Gutierrez, and Denning all red hot.
Yeah, a good strategy would be to kind of just nibble around the plate and not really give him a whole lot to hit, and see if you can catch him being too aggressive out there.
And that's what he did his first time up. You know, we saw a lot of breaking balls to Diaz, and it caught Diaz looking on one at the back foot. Lower inside part of the plate. Diaz didn't really agree with the call, but Kennedy could almost use that to his advantage in this at-bat. That one misses at the back foot of Diaz. This time around, because he set up that first at-bat with the pitches he's thrown.
Yeah, let's see what kind of count Diaz can work here. See if he can stay patient and find his pitch.
Ochoa right behind Verrett at second. There's a pitch from Kennedy inside, 3-1. And you wonder if he's just trying to pitch around Diaz to go to Gutierrez.
He's got an open bag.
I don't really think you want to, if you could choose, I don't think they want to pitch to Goody.
See what Kennedy throws Diaz here, gives him something to hit. Here's the 3-1. Fastball, ground ball to Ochoa. Backhand off the heel of his glove. Keeps his composure and safe. Just getting in there is Diaz. So that'll keep the inning alive on the E6. Verrett will move up to third. So now runners at the corners with Gutierrez up with 2 down.
Yeah, that grounder looked like it just popped up a little bit on Ochoa, but did a great job to stay with it and catch the ball out of the air with his bare hand and make a good throw over to first, but it fortunately just wasn't in time to get Diaz, a speedy left-hander, getting out of the box.
Yeah, had that been on time and had Roberto been called out, I would have submitted that play to ESPN for a top 10, because that was phenomenal how the ball just bounced up and he still had enough time to get the ball and then throw to first.
Yeah, really stood his ground, kept calm, and made a nice throw, as that's a third to first pickoff move.
Haven't seen that in a while.
That was, as the kids say nowadays, a throwback.
The kids. Yeah, because it's illegal to do that in baseball, or Major League Baseball, excuse me. But we've seen it once. Well, I've seen it once during the season so far.
Really?
So, yeah. You actually brought it up, and then you said how it's illegal now in baseball, yada, yada, yada. You don't remember anything. It's fine.
We're only like 12 games into the season. I'm trying to remember when. That one's popped, blooped into shallow center. In charging is Peterson, and not making the play, as that one will fall in for a base hit. That one gets away, and going to the Mustang dugout, Diaz will score, and Gutierrez to second. So an RBI single and an E8 will give the Falcons the lead 2-1.
It's a little bit of that small ball magic there this time on the Falcons side. And great heads-up base running by everybody involved. And yeah, you'll take that double and 2 RBIs.
Yeah, that was a great job. Great base running from the Falcons as Diaz was on his horse, ready to go. Already had third base, but the ball went right under the glove of Vasquez, and Lance, not sure what he was doing at first, as he was too late to get behind that one, and the ball trickled away into the Mustang dugout area to get the Falcons the lead.
Yeah, and on what was a routine blooper single, ends up scoring 2 runs and turning into a double.
It was like a Little League play all over again where the ball was just being thrown around. But thankfully for the Mustangs, Gutierrez just stayed at second. He could have advanced to third had the ball gone away one more time.
Denning calls time. And not too big of a shift this time for the Mustangs. Although Peterson is shifted more towards right center in the outfield. Vasquez is in shallow right once again. Ochoa playing just to the left at the second base bag. And Costin playing deep at third. So big hole on the left side for Denning. See if he can sneak one through. Maybe drive in Gutierrez.
See if he can get one of those outside pitches and go the other way.
In the dirt, nice job. Blocking that one is Anguiano. See where Kennedy throws to Denning this time. Anguiano set up in. Here's the 2-1. Ripped, but right on over to Lance to end the inning. So the Falcons able to take the lead on an RBI single and an error. Make this 2-1 Falcons as we head to the top of the 4th.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Four, 5, 6 for the
Victor
Mustangs.
Anguiano.
As Anguiano will lead the top of the 4th off. Grounded out to Dotson, his first time up. The first pitch is drilled into left field, but foul.
Yeah, definitely seeing small ball come into play here today, so it'll be interesting to see how the game progresses.
Slider hits the outside, 0-2. Anguiano's got to protect here. Chana seems to be in a groove once again. Yo2 fouled off.
Little quick pitched him there, too. See if he can sneak that third strike in there.
A couple sliders away. Do you think that he maybe comes in with the fastball?
Yeah, because Anguiano's right on the plate. Oh, he went outside.
Does another slider, and Anguiano holds up on his swing, 1-2.
Yeah, Anguiano's standing real close in the box there to the plate.
Wow, that is right there on the dish. Another slider and a swing and a miss, as it looked like Chana slipped up there on the mound, but nonetheless gets the strikeout for out number 1.
Next up to the plate, number 1.
So they'll bring up Ochoa, who singled and came around to score on the series of fortunate events for the Falcons, as that one's into left center. But there is Verrett, 2 down.
Yeah, there's the speed of Verrett being showcased right there, able to track that ball into deep left center.
Up to the plate, number 4.
Got a pretty good jump on that one.
Sneath.
Rode his horse, as that'll bring up with 2 down. Sneth walked his first time around. Dotson hugging the line at third. A healthy swing and a miss, 0-1.
This is the type of inning that Jordan Chana can really capitalize on. It's going by quick. He's making his pitches. And it'll be good for him to take this and carry this momentum later into the game.
Maybe give the offense another spark, as it did last half. That one's off the fist and right to Denning for out number 3. So down go the Mustangs in order as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Krebs, Caparelli, Dotson.
My name is Connor Caparelli. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey, this is Nick Dotson. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Kyle
up at the plate. Grounded out to Vasquez over at second. His first time up.
That was a quick inning on defense for the Falcons, so I'm sure the offense is eager to get back out and get some stuff going here in the bottom of the 4th.
See if Kennedy can have a bounce back inning for himself. So the Falcons were able to jump on him for 2 and take the lead. Kennedy gets the sign. The 2-0. Fastball at the belt.
Yeah,
4 strike.
Kennedy's been mixing up his delivery speeds. Sometimes it's real deliberate and slow, and sometimes he's been coming in a bit quicker, trying to keep the hitters guessing and off balance.
The 2-1. That fastball's in. 3-1. Now Krebs can wait for his pitch and his pitch only.
See if that inside pitch sets up something away.
Maybe catch Krebs out on his front foot. We'll see. Fastball just missed that as Krebs off the mask of Anguiano. Full count. Krebs calls time.
Now he's trying to disturb the pitcher's timing.
Maybe throw off his rhythm. And he digs in his glove, the 3-2. Fastball, weakly hit up the middle. And feeling it nice and smooth is Ochoa for the first out.
Yeah, Ochoa's definitely a gamer out there at shortstop for the Mustangs.
He's got the
Next
hair.
up to the plate.
He's got the wrist tape,
First
the
baseman.
3/4 sleeves. I mean, he's got everything going on.
And he's a shortstop. Like, that just puts everything together.
Start calling him Jason Crawford.
Ooh. Ooh. I like it.
Who's a shortstop for the Yankees?
Didi.
Oh, my God. I'm
He
sorry.
is
How do I forget Didi?
I'm honestly offended right now. That one's fisted into shallow left. Incoming in is Glorioso for the catch. 2 down.
I think Didi's one of the most underrated players.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
I'm
you.
just glad he left Arizona because he would.
They were running him into the ground.
That, and he would just, every time the Giants would come into town, oh my God, he would just destroy the pitching. But yeah, they had nothing to do, like, they couldn't do anything with him. So thankfully he's with the Yankees and he's living his best life.
Doing phenomenal. Picked up really last season, especially. And so far, so good, too, this year. As I'll bring up Dotson with 2 down. And that hits him in the back. Or actually, might have hit him in the elbow pad.
Well, we heard it, nonetheless.
I thought it was the middle of the back, just the way it sounded.
Next up to bat.
Yeah, it's one of those inside pitches that just got away from Kennedy there. He's been pushing the batters back with that inside pitch all day.
Gregory.
Yeah, we're seeing Kennedy doing a nice job of mixing speeds, going in and out, up and down of the strike zone. But like you said, Steven, that one I think just got away from Kennedy. And don't think he did that intentionally.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Like you said, he was grooving, so why would you hit someone on purpose? He's not Joe Kelly.
Already throwing it out. Okay, so I like it. So that one gets away from Lance. Dotson to second. Getting the nod to third. Here's the throw from Cleary, cut off by Ochoa. So that'll be an E1.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate mistake by Kennedy there. He just got the ball down into the dirt, and it squirted past Lance over at first. It would have been a tough dig out.
We saw it happen, like I said, in the second inning with Jordan Chana, and that led to a run being scored.
Almost deja vu.
But in this situation, Dotson took the extra base in third.
So no balk, but we could maybe see a pass ball or a wild pitch that could score Dotson.
Yeah, after something funky like that happens, you always see that with a pitcher. The next pitch is kind of wild.
First pitch catches Gregory. Not checking his swing, couldn't hold up. 0-1 as Anguiano will go ahead and talk to his pitcher.
Yeah, that was
on the same page here.
That was a nasty fastball there. Had a little tail away.
Yeah, Anguiana's trying not to be angry. You don't want to.
Half and half.
Okay.
You got the ang, but couldn't really finish it off.
Because you're nothing. Just nothing.
See what Kennedy throws to Gregory. That one's to the fence right next to the Mustangs. 0-2. Lance ran out of some real estate.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking ball that cut in. Didn't quite break out over the plate, and Gregory caught it in on the hands and fouled it off.
Now two soft pitches away. Catch Gregory on his front foot, maybe looking for that pitch again. Do you expect Kennedy to come back in with the fastball?
Maybe fastball away. That's what my guess would be.
We'll see here. The 0-2. Another slider, but that's right to Peterson to end the inning. So the Falcons strand one. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on base after 4 full. Falcons up 2-1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jose Vasquez will go ahead and lead off the top of the fifth, 7-8-9 for the Mustangs. First pitch to him, nice cut but fouled.
You said nice cup of foul?
Nice cut but foul. Thanks, Sawad.
No, I was going to say that was really cool. I like that's different. Nice cup of foul.
Thanks. That one's inside outed into right field for a base hit. So nice job from Vasquez starting off this one with the leadoff single.
Up to the plate, number 20, Vince Lantz.
So that'll bring up Vince. He grounded out to Chana his last time up. Dotson in at the bag at third as he does indeed show bunt, but a pickoff from Chana and barely gets a glove on it is Caparelli. And that was almost an in-between throw. Almost aimed it over there at first.
Yeah, you kind of have to be careful. Vasquez does have six steals underneath his belt.
Shows bunt is Lantz, pulls back. That pitch misses away. See what the Mustangs do here, third base coach. For Los Medanos, giving some signs. Maybe a bunt and run, we'll see. Bunted, but foul behind Denning.
Yeah, I expect some small ball here, some bunting, get him over in, and then a sac fly. Something, nothing too fancy. Of course, if they can do it, they're going to do it. But if you're down by one, it's only the fifth inning. Try not to do too much.
Launch shows bunt. In comes Dotson. Here's the pitch from Chana. That one misses out. Had a little bit of a tail to that one. 2-1. We'll see here if maybe Lantz pulls back from a bunt attempt and maybe slashes as he tries to get the sign once again. As he does indeed show bunt. In comes Dotson charging in and bunts it, but right back to Chana. See if he can go to two. There's one and not two as Corral. Thought he had no play at first as he came off the back kind of leisurely, but there was a play if he had it.
I think he just wasn't confident enough with making the transfer, which you always have to be safe than sorry. You don't want to have an errant throw and then him advancing maybe to second or even third, just in scoring position in general.
So Corral decides to play it safe. It's that first pitch to Peterson is in there. And yeah, kind of came off the bag, assuming he didn't have a play. But once he looked up, that's when he kind of rushed and maybe thought about it, but obviously didn't end up making the throw. Peterson showed bunt late, but pulled back 1-1. Chana sets, delivers, look like a changeup. Peterson grounded out to Denning in front of the plate. His first time up. Maybe get something going for the Mustangs. That one is fouled out of play, 2-2. Might have hit at the car. Got our, of course, sound effects from our sound producer, Christine Butler.
You can tell she's not here when it's really quiet. You can hear crickets.
As that slider catches Peterson off guard and buckled as he swung on that one, 2 down.
That was a fantastic pitch by Jordan.
To the plate.
Good punch-out pitch.
Daniel Glorioso.
Yeah, it's really good to see his confidence talking about Jordan Chana come back. Not that he ever lost it, but after the spooky kind of second inning.
That one's drilled into left field right past the diving Dodson to extend the inning. So now runners at first and second with Costin now up, who doubled his last time up.
To bat.
But just to go back on Chana, I just like how cool, calm, and collective he is on the mound.
Yeah, it really keeps everything together. It doesn't really show much emotion. And that's what you want as a coach, to have your pitcher show no emotion and really act like they own the mound up there, own the game.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Chana, though, to stay focused here and not let the Mustangs get this 2-out rally going any farther. And Costin is definitely a hitter up there in the box.
Yeah, like Chris mentioned, he did have a double. So like you said, Steven, he does have to be careful here. But he does have 2 outs right now. And, he does have third base open. So even if he has to walk the bases loaded, he can pitch to Cleary, who struck out in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 2.
Chana sets, peeks to second, delivers the 1-0. That one's off the handle, but fouled over the Mustang dugout.
Yeah, the darker rain clouds are moving in now.
It's in and out as the sun keeps
peeking in
and out.
Yeah, and if you look at the flags, the wind has almost died out there in the outfield.
Still windy here in the booth.
Yeah, right there you can see.
Get a little bit of breeze back here. It's still cold.
You should have brought a jacket.
I did bring a jacket. That's the thing.
Well, stop complaining.
The 1-1 misses. Corral giving his pitcher some signs.
Honestly, Chris, though, you never know with the weather in Fairfield, because one time I wore a jacket and like a sweater and it was really hot. So even if you bring something, you're never going to be prepared anymore.
It's ridiculous. That one's lined into center, but right to Verrett to end the inning. So the Mustangs strand a couple as Chana does some nice work, able to get out of some potential damage as we head to the bottom of the 5th, 9-1-2 for the Falcons.
Hi, I'm Cody Gregory, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey, ladies, I'm Isaiah Verrett. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Yay!
Isaiah Verrett
Verrett.
up to the plate. Walked and came around to score his first time up in the third. Also had a stolen base. Costin even with the bag at third. Playing a potential bunt. First pitch is flown out into center field, but right to Peterson. One down.
Yeah, the Falcons have made some good contact on a few of Kennedy's pitches, but unfortunately it's just been right at the defense.
Shortstop, number 10, Aaron Corral.
That wasn't a bad idea from Verrett. First pitch swinging on the fastball, but just got under that one.
Yeah.
So we'll head to the top of the order, and Aaron Corral.
It seems like I'm always contradicting myself because I'm always at one point saying it's always good to be aggressive, and then at another point it's always good to be safe. So with baseball, it's just do you at the end of the day.
You got to go with the flow,
Yeah.
see what's kind of happening. And Kennedy,
Exactly.
I mean,
And know the situation you're in, know how many outs there is, and the score. Right now, Falcons are leading, so swinging on the first pitch isn't too crazy.
I mean, it all comes down to a big portion of it is the pitcher on the mound and how he pitches.
Mhm.
You know, we've seen a lot of breaking stuff towards the end of the at-bat when Kennedy does, in fact, get ahead. But we usually typically see him throw a first-pitch fastball, and that's what some of the Falcon hitters have jumped on.
Yeah, it's. I think it's more important to play smart. You know, you can kind of take what the defense is giving you, you take what the pitcher is giving you, and you just make the best of it. Cross your fingers. Wish for the best.
The 2-1 swing and a miss. 2-2.
Corral was a strikeout victim in his last at bat. So looking to do the opposite here.
It's a 2-2 from Kennedy in the dirt.
Watch Kennedy's arm angles, too. He seems to be kind of switching up his delivery a little bit. Looks like his fastball comes more over the top, and his breaking pitches and his sliders a little bit more of a sidearm delivery. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on that. It's something I just picked up on and noticed.
Here's the full count and a fastball. Just staying alive is Corral. And that could also be a tipping point from Kennedy, and that maybe the Falcons hitters have also picked up on.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're standing in the box, that's one of the easiest things to pick up is, you know, the arm angle of the pitcher and if he's changing it at all.
That one's in to left field as that falls down for a one-out single. It's a nice piece of hitting in the top of the order for Corral. His second hit of the evening, as that'll bring up Diaz.
Number 5, Roberto Diaz.
Could start to feel the momentum picking up a little bit here for the Falcons. Even though there is a one-run lead, it's not a safe one-run lead.
With the pitcher's duel,
yeah,
we got going on.
And with the top of the order coming up, Corral getting on, you know Diaz is going to do something here.
This could be a big inning for the Falcons if they can get things going. That's a drag bunt, but foul from Diaz. Nice idea.
Yeah, catch the defense sleeping a little bit.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Caparelli play earlier where he bunted and everyone was playing back, and then the next one they kind of played in a little bit on the next pitch.
As now that bunt attempt has drawn in Costin at third. So maybe Diaz thinking about a potential slash over to the left side. We'll see. Here's the 0-1 swing and a miss.
It's a challenge fastball there up in the zone to Diaz. Good pitch by Kennedy.
Yeah, with that pitch too. I mean, up in the zone fastball. You know, obviously as a hitter, you see that pitch, and your eyes light up. And now Kennedy can kind of do whatever he wants here. Maybe throw a fastball low and away, back foot slider.
Yeah,
absolutely. Change up, tailing away.
Being this far ahead in the count, he's got a lot to do and a lot to play with here. Yeah, that high fastball sets up a lot of opportunities as far as pitches go.
The pickoff catches. Corral leaning, and Kennedy gets him.
I was just going to say his pickoff is quick.
Wow.
It's a great move by Kennedy.
Great move. Just caught, like you guys said, caught Corral sleeping at first.
He was kind of in between steps getting back to the bag, like, head first slide. He was kind of, wasn't far enough to do a complete slide.
See here on the replay, couldn't quite catch Corral leaning on the camera shot. But nice tag.
On the hip, that's yep.
From Lance over there at first. Nice swipe tag. Able to get Corral for the second out.
That's just another advantage of having a left-handed first baseman, too, because all he had to do was just keep his glove there because Corral, in a sense, ran into it.
Almost dove into it, exactly.
Yeah, whereas if it was a righty, he would have to lean in a little bit, but it would have been a little bit more awkward. Not sure if he would have made the tag if it was righty.
There's the 0-2 again to Diaz. Kennedy decides to go back to that high fastball, but Diaz able to lay off that temptation. 1-2.
Yeah, good eye there by Diaz to stay off the high stuff.
Lance hugging the line at first. Fastball out of play.
He's been doing good so far coming back into the count. We started out with 2 strikes on him. Now it's 1-2. So at least he's staying alive with fouling it off and such.
A couple foul balls and a ball. See what Kennedy throws here. Another slider and works its way back into the strike zone to catch Diaz, looking to retire the side. We head to the top of the 6th, 2-1 Falcons here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
Hi, this is Tyron Salampa. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Top of the 6th as the Mustangs have 3-4-5 here against Jordan Chana, who's still out there on the mound working his 6th inning of work. It's a ground ball right under the glove of Dotson to left field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, it looked like Dotson might have been hugging the line a little bit there, and if he would have been more of a traditional position, I think he would have got that one.
It looked like he was in, too, maybe just behind the third base bag. So an interesting defensive alignment right there from Dotson. So nice piece of hitting from Cleary. As I bring out Anguiano. First pitch to him, pulled foul.
Yeah, no activity in the bullpen yet for Solano, so looks like this inning might be Chana's.
Yeah, close game. Chana seems to be in a groove after giving up that 1 run in the second. In comes Dotson from the shown bunt from Anguiano. Slider bunted but foul behind Denning.
Yeah, with the heart of this lineup for the Mustangs, it's good for Chana to be ahead quick in this 0-2 count.
And I'm surprised that Chana hasn't gone up and in to maybe push Anguiano off the plate, as he
he's
still
definitely
is
crowding. Yeah.
The 0-2. Fastball misses. As Denning was set up a ball or two off the plate, but hit the glove is Chana. Some, always that illusion of hitting the glove and thinking that it's a strike if you're the home plate umpire, but the home plate umpire got that one right. That breaking ball hits Anguiano as Chana can't quite get the snap on that slider. So first and second, still no outs.
Yeah, tough break there for Chana. He was really coming after that at bat, and looked like that breaking ball just slipped right out of his hand. It didn't quite get enough snap on it.
Yeah, nice idea as, a front door slider, maybe catch Anguiano looking as he was hugging the plate, but like you said, Steven, couldn't quite snap it enough to get that nice tight break. So I'll bring up Ochoa, and we'll see if he maybe plays a little small ball here, bunts it. Caparelli in at first in front of Anguiano. Falcons playing the conservative bunt as Dotson's even with the bag, not playing the wheel play. So bunted, popped up, but out of the reach of charging Dotson.
I think bunting right here would be a great situation for the Mustangs. You have no outs, 2 runners, so when you bunt, hopefully 4 of the Mustangs, they get in scoring position, only 1 away. They only need 1 to tie, 2 to go ahead. So anything for them would be beneficial.
As Ochoa does show bunt again. Here it is. That one tails outside. Nice layoff from Ochoa. And honestly, bottom of the 6th, 2-1 game. Shocked that the Falcons are running a wheel play here.
Yeah, I am too. But Denning is a strong catcher, especially being able to get out there and make a play on anything that's close. That's risky.
But like you said, they just have the trust in Denning. He does have a great arm.
Ochoa looked to be a bit frustrated with himself as he looked like he was going to pull back, but hesitated, and there was a foul ball, 1-2, and shows bunt again, lays off. Denning thought about the back pick, but resist on that one.
Yeah, at a 2-2 count, it's interesting that he's still choosing to show bunt.
Two and two, the look. It's a second from Chana, and a swing and a miss from Ochoa for the first out.
I like that pitch there by Chana. When a batter is squared around and for bunt, he's looking low. He's looking for something he can, just put the bat on. So in a two strike count, something high, something fast, their eyes get a little bit bigger and their swing has trouble catching up to a high fastball.
Yeah, change that eye level as he, like you said, kind of dipped a couple pitches. It might have been a changeup, two-seam, tailing away in the dirt, and that one set it up perfect for Chana.
And on that strikeout, that's the 6th for Jordan Chana here in the 6th inning. So he's definitely been cruising, playing around with his pitches too.
Here's a 1-0, and a swing and a foul into Denning's glove. Here's the 1-1. Up in the zone as Denning thought about throwing back to first.
Looked like his mask might have slipped there a little bit as he was making the windup to throw down there.
And it looked like it might, Denning, as he was pulling back, might have hit the umpire's mask.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, I think umpire was just a little too close on that play.
Just a bit close. 2-2 the count. Chana obviously looking for the strikeout pitch. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Runners at first and second. A single from Cleary and a hit by pitch from Anguiano. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a miss fouled, I should say, into the glove of Denning. 2 down.
7th strikeout of the game.
Up to the plate.
Chana's really got that slider working for him today.
He does.
Jose Vasquez.
The Mustangs hitters haven't been able to get a real read on that pitch.
So with 2 down, that'll bring up Vasquez, who singled his last time up. Also grounded into a fielder's choice. The second, as he swings and misses.
Now this would be a great jam for Chana to get out of 2 on, no outs, and then the first 2 outs he does get were via the strikeout.
Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. Nice backhand scoop from Denning.
That's an important block there and catch by Denning, because if that ball gets past, both runners advance.
The kick and deliver. Weekly hit and takes a bad hop. As that'll hit off the, look like the shoulder of Dotson.
That just looked like a weird hop right there.
Yeah, the dirt there is pretty rough in front of third, and it definitely took a bad hop on Dotson.
It looks a little bit darker in just that one area where he's been playing all day, and you wonder if maybe the dirt and the cleats from his footsteps played a factor into that one.
Yeah, and caught a divot and just took a bad bounce. Unfortunate. But still an opportunity here for the Falcons to get out of this inning.
So with 2 down, that'll bring up Lance with the bases loaded. Looking to tie this one up as that's popped up. And that is right to the left of us here in the booth.
Shout out to all the guys out there protecting us.
Sawad's life flashed before our eyes.
Yeah.
It did.
You jumped and the ball wasn't even...
It was close though, was it not?
It was close, but you saw where it was going to go. So Chana has launched right where he wants him. 0-2, here it is. A chopper up the middle. Fielding it is Corral to throw. And safe is Lance as he just beats that one out to tie the game.
If we had replay right here at community level, I'm sure Solampa would review that. Really close at first base. And you know Dodson is feeling it because it was his error in a sense that made the bases be loaded, of course.
As we'll get a replay here. Nice pitch from Chana. Caught Lance on his front foot and definitely beat that by a step and maybe a half as well. As it also pulled Caparelli off the bag.
Yeah, bad break there for Chana. It was one of those right up the middle and kind of you take it kind of plays. And Corral ended up taking it and making a throw, but it just wasn't in time.
And you wonder if either Diaz or Corral might have had a better play if one of them had been charging in.
It looked like Diaz was kind of charging, but then saw the ball go a little past him into Corral, so he ducked down.
So that'll tie up the game here at 2. Bases still loaded on the infield single to tie this one up from Vince Lance.
Up to the plate.
So that'll bring
Number
up
13.
a pinch hitter now for the Mustangs and Justin Roper. Pinch hitting for Josiah Peterson. As they're looking at the bat, and it does not seem to be legal as the umpire, as we overheard, said there was a rattle in it.
You know what's so funny? I just saw a throwback video where A-Rod was with the Mariners, I want to say, and then I forgot what team it was, but then they told A-Rod he can't use that bat, and then Ken Griffey Jr. gave him his bat and then hit a home run. So I don't. Hopefully that doesn't happen for the Falcons. But it was pretty cool to see because I just saw that yesterday, and then they're telling him he can't use that bat. Maybe Ken Griffey should come and lend him his.
I don't know if Ken Griffey Jr. is going to come all the way out to Fairfield, California.
Why not?
That one's popped up in the infield, and Dotson makes the play to retire the side. So the Mustangs able to tie this one up on the infield single from Vince Luntz as we head to the bottom of the second. Tie game 2-2. Nate Gutierrez leading off as the Falcons have 3, 4, 5. Gutierrez, Denning, and Krebs. So Falcons looking to jump ahead as they've got the middle of the order and just what they wanted. Kennedy still out there for the Mustangs. As you see there, Ochoa playing more up the middle as the Mustangs have a slight shift on Gutierrez. Vasquez playing just outside of the infield.
That strategy has been working for the Mustangs so far today.
Swing and a miss. And we've seen Gutierrez both times he's been up, hit a couple balls. One was grounded obviously to Vasquez, and then one RBI single into center, kind of an inside out, but Kennedy seems to have Gutierrez tied up with what he's been doing, and another ground ball right to Vasquez for the first out.
Yeah, again, the hit right into the Mustang defense, the shift that they've been doing, especially with Vasquez out there at second, it's definitely been working for them today.
Catcher.
And I'm assuming
21,
that they're going to
Denning.
do it again here with Jared Denning up, as they indeed do. That's Costin playing more 5-6 hole. Ochoa right up the middle this time.
And in Denning's last at bat, he had a liner, but directly to the first baseman.
That one misses away. Don't think that Kennedy got that one because Anguiano was set up on the inside part. And Ochoa now playing to the right side of second base. So a real shift. That slider doesn't quite come back in. 2-0.
You guys were talking about defensive shifts earlier. I don't have a problem with it. I just wish more hitters would take advantage of the shift and do something like a bunt or, you know, really try to go the other way and not play into the shift.
I entirely agree with you, Steven. And, I mean, you see as far as the bigs, pitchers don't quite necessarily pitch into the shift. But right here, Kennedy, he's pitching, you know, that was a slider coming back into Denning, maybe have him roll over. And again, a slider in the dirt, back foot, trying to work its way back in, but everything seems to be making its way back towards the inside part of the plate and have Denning obviously pull it into the shift.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be great if he could poke one down the third baseline right here.
As he got his fastball, but didn't pull the trigger on 3-1. So I'll make it a full count. See what Kennedy throws here. What do you think? Slider or fastball, guys?
Slider.
Fastball, just to be different.
We'll see. The full count.
Nope.
Fastball up and away. So Denning works a 1-out walk. Nice eye right there.
Next
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, thank you.
Number 20.
Denning will boost that on-base percentage as he heading into this one was at 530, and a lot of it is because, don't get me wrong, the batting average is there, but the walks definitely play a role in his on-base. Now that'll be his 36th walk of the year.
Yeah, Denning definitely battles when he's in the box and has no trouble working walks.
Liner right to Vasquez. Let's see if the Mustangs can turn 2. There's 1 and 2 to end the inning. So down go the Falcons in order as we head to the top of the 7th, tie ball game, 2-2.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
Top of the 7th, as we have the top of the order for the Mustangs. Glorioso will lead it off here. First pitch to him looked like a changeup. Hits the lower inside part of the plate, 0-1. Slider out. It looks like we have some activity in the Falcon bullpen. Looks like Gutierrez is getting hot out there.
Yeah, let's see how long the leash is here for Chana in the 7th. The 7th inning this season so far for the Falcons has been kind of a dark spot on their record.
Roller coaster, if you will. The first part of the season really was the down in the dumps, but they've seemed to almost work better in the 7th as far as on the Solano College Sports Network. As a swing and a miss from Glorioso for out number 1.
Yeah, it'll be really big here if Chana is able to work this inning 1, 2, 3.
Number 2, Miles Costin.
Chana's 8th strikeout in 6 1/3 inning of work. That'll bring up Miles Costin. That's driven in to left field. That's going to be extra bases to the wall on his way to second. So a 1-out double for Miles Costin, his 2nd of the evening.
Yeah, just another great piece of hitting by Costin, just to take advantage of the left field line and just send it right out there to the wall.
Yeah, Costin, I mean, we've seen every at-bat, at least I've noticed, I don't know about you guys, but everything seems to be really smooth and really staying inside of the baseball, and everything seems to be in his wheelhouse as well.
Yeah, he's a hitter for sure.
So that'll be a mound visit for Jordan Chana, as Denning and Coach Robbie Rogers will have a little discussion out there on the mound. Maybe play this and what they want to do. Maybe if they want to walk Cleary and get to Anguiano, set up the double play ball.
Yeah, it might not be a bad strategy here.
So Cleary is up, singled, and came around to score last inning as he was the game-tying run. It would have come around on that 2-out infield single from Lance. Caparelli in at first. Falcons playing a bunt potentially, as it looked like Denning kind of shook off Chana on that first pitch slider. Maybe a little miscommunication there.
I think taking the first pitch and not showing bunt was a deke.
As that's off the end of the bat, but right there is Verrett. Throws it into Corral for out number 2.
Just kidding, I take that back. What I thought was going to happen was he took the first pitch, didn't show bunt, and the next pitch he would just bunt, since everyone's going to be playing back a little bit more back than usual. But obviously not, as he flew out to center field.
So with 2 down, man on second, that'll bring up Anguiano, who got hit his last time up. And that slider hits the outside, 0-1.
It definitely backed Anguiano up off the plate a little bit.
Yeah, I see just a little bit off. Those sliders, there's been heavy doses of sliders to Anguiano. And once again, catches him reaching 0-2, and now Chana can pretty much do what he wants here.
That was an ultimate reach over there. That was way outside, and he kind of like swung with his ankles.
Now this is a big pitch because Anguiano just moved up on the plate, so we'll see what Chana throws here. Here's the 0-2. A slider once again. That's inside out and into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding first, heading to second is Anguiano, and scoring is Costin to take the lead on the RBI double, 3-2 Mustangs.
That was just a great piece of hitting by Anguiano. I'm not entirely sure how he did that, but it was just a little flip shot that, you know, technically probably should have been foul, but he was able to get enough of it to get it down the line and get that RBI.
Yeah, I think it's just really impressive because he was down 0-2 after swinging out of the first slider and then swinging out of his shoes on the second pitch and then going opposite field to drive in the run. And then as he was rounding first base, he kind of threw his arms in the air, one of his arms in the air, and was really enthusiastic. And you love to see that regardless of the team. You just love seeing people have fun because at the end of the day, we are just playing college ball. So it's good to see everyone still enjoying it and still kind of have that little kid feeling.
Yeah, that was a great piece of hitting from Anguiano. That's a nice job of insiding out on that one, as that'll be it for Jordan Chana for the day. Has worked 6 2/3 innings, 8 Ks, gave up 8 hits as well, 1 walk allowed. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that was a pretty good start for Chana and the Falcons right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I kind of want to ignore the second inning when you're going to talk about Chana's night, because what happened was the error and then the wild pitch. It was just a messed up inning, but after that, he just settled down really well.
And when you're going up against a team that's 9-2 in conference play, you know, Jordan's kept him in the game. He's done a great job out there on the mound. You take the first inning out of the equation, and he's been fantastic. I mean, 8 Ks on the day is great. It's a really good outing for Jordan Chana.
Yeah, really no free passes from Chana, as he only gave up 1 walk. Had 8 hits, but, you know, really a couple of those infield hits and then just some bloopers. I mean, just unfortunate right there that double from Anguiano was an inside-out weekly hit down the right field line, just fair. The only one I feel like personally that had good swings against Chana was Costin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Miles Costin definitely saw Chana pretty well today. But, I mean, it's still it's a 2-3 ball game. Gutierrez is out there on the mound. When Gutierrez's stuff is working, his stuff is really working. And, you know, his numbers don't quite show how good of a pitcher he is and really just how versatile he is. I mean, he was DHing last inning, and now here he is taking the mound in relief.
So, yeah, with that being said, now, Steven, Falcons lose the DH since Gutierrez is now into pitch. So, from now on, whoever the Falcons have up on the hump is going to have to hit for themselves. So, Gutierrez, first pitch from him is swung on and missed from Ochoa, who struck out his last time up.
I'm always just so impressed with Gutierrez, no matter if he's on first base defensively DHing or pitching, because he can just do it all. If Salampa wants him to pitch, even though he's been playing first base, he'll do it.
Check from Gutierrez. Here's the 0-1. That fastball hits the outside corner. 0-2. The count down quickly. Now Gutierrez can do what he wants here. 0-2 lefty-lefty matchup. Could potentially mess with Ochoa's mind, come in with a heater, or even catch him out on his front foot, reaching for a slider. And there's the slider off the glove of Denning, and that's going to trickle away just enough for Anguiano to reach third.
That was crazy break on that pitch. I'm surprised Denning was actually able to get a glove on it, but it's a good thing he did because it looked like it slowed it up and kept the runner from advancing further.
Yeah, it almost looked like it started in the middle of the righty batter box, and just, like you said, it had some wicked break to it, but luckily Denning able to put a glove on it as that fastball catches Ochoa, looking to end the inning. But the Mustangs take the lead on the RBI double from Victor Anguiano as we head to the bottom of the seventh. Falcons looking to tie this one back up. Bottom of the seventh, 3-2 Mustangs. Kennedy still out there on the mound for Los Medanos as the Falcons have 6, 7, 8. That first pitch to Caparelli is up.
Yeah, the game is definitely still within reach for the Falcons. They can get something going here.
That is fly ball to shallow left, and nice play from Ochoa battling the wind for out number 1.
Yeah, Caparelli really upset with himself after popping up on that. He slammed his bat on home plate.
Next up to bat.
You could visibly see him and actually hear him just being that upset.
It's a great job by the shortstop Ochoa, covering a lot of ground out there and actually catching that more in the left field than you know, shallow left.
So with 1 out, that'll bring up Dotson. Dotson hit by a pitch his last time up. Also grounded out to Kennedy. First pitch to him is in there.
It's easy to see why Kennedy is an innings eater this late in the game, and he's still making his pitches and hitting his spots.
Yeah, the key word is hitting his spots exactly. Just so, like, all game, we've been seeing the umpire just call strikes left and right.
And once again, hits his spot in the lower outside part of the plate and can do anything here. Maybe catch Dotson reaching. Here's the 0-2. Throws the slider. Dotson thought about it and does indeed hold up. That was a nice pitch right there from Kennedy.
Yeah, Dotson did a good job of holding up on that.
See where Kennedy throws here. The 1-2. Another slider. Nice shot from Dotson. Once again, really showing his patience up there at the plate and waiting for a fastball. And Guiano calls time.
Yeah, so far it's been Kennedy's game, is his momentum, his pace.
2-2 from Kennedy. And that's fisted, but to the left side of the infield, and right there again is Ochoa. 2 down.
So I'm starting to think that Ochoa could actually play third, left, and short at the same time.
Left fielder.
At the same time.
Number 24. Cody.
Well, I mean, he caught a fly ball in left. He just caught a fly ball at third. He seems to be doing quite well out there.
So 2 pop outs to Ochoa. Let's see if he can get a lucky number 3. Gregory 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking his first time up. Also flew out to center. As Gregory seems to have some good looks on Kennedy so far. Good hacks on the fastballs, but just missing them.
Yeah, let's see if he can catch up to one here.
1-0. Just inside. Kennedy grimaces as he thought he had that one. Hugging the line or the corners, don't want to let up an extra base hit. That's a ground ball, but nice backhand from Vasquez to end the inning. So the Falcons, once again, no runs, no hits, no errors as we head to the top of the 8. Mustangs looking for some insurance.
CJ Sneath.
Sneath will lead it off, DH, for the Stangs here in the top of the 8th. Gutierrez still out there. First pitch from him misses.
Yeah, the Falcons are definitely looking to Gutierrez to keep them in this ball game and keep it a one-run game.
Falcons next half inning have Verrett, Corral, and Diaz. So these next two are big for the Falcons as they have just what they want in the order.
Yeah, and that pitch there didn't miss by much.
In there, 2-2.
Yeah, just to go back on the Gutierrez coming in to pitch after DHing, it's just really impressive to see someone do that because it kind of messes up your routine. Everyone has a routine where if it's the day that you start, as he swings and misses and strikes out on that pitch and he's retired, you have pitchers that have their own little routine where they eat a certain food or, you know what I mean? Like they have their own thing. But for Gutierrez, it doesn't matter. Like he'll come in no matter what's the situation.
12,
and it's just really good and impressive to see that.
Vasquez.
Yeah, Gutierrez, I mean, you could throw him anywhere at this point. He can hit, he can field, he can pitch.
That's a good thing about when you said they lost the DH. As long as he's up there, though, they didn't really lose it because Gutierrez can definitely hit.
The man can still hit, indeed.
Like you said, he's leading Bay Valley in home runs with 5.
Yeah, Gutierrez making his 11th appearance. Has a couple starts under his belt as well. 3 games started.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any preference either. He said basically wherever Salampa wants me, I'm going to go in. If it's starting, out of the bullpen, first base, DH, as long as he gets to play, he's good.
Up and in once again, 3-0. That'll be a 4-pitch walk for Vasquez. So with 1 down, man on first, that'll bring up Lance.
Up to the plate, number 20.
Yeah, there's a couple pitches right there. I'm sure Gutierrez wouldn't mind having back, but a couple of them didn't miss by much.
A fastball is right down the middle. So nice job from Gutierrez, able to get ahead this time around. Maybe get a double play ball and get the Falcons out of the inning. There's a nice breaking pitch right there. Fell right off the table.
Yeah, it did. I almost would like Gutierrez to throw something low and outside and see if he can get Lance chasing here.
Yeah, maybe one in the dirt this time around. The 0-2. Fastball.
Yeah, Lance has a very unusual kind of stance where he sticks his hand out, and then as soon as the pitch is released, he kind of gathers himself.
Almost a Rizzo.
This is a little dramatic Rizzo, yeah.
Yeah. As a weakly hit in front of the plate, fielding it is Denning, and unable to field that cleanly as he was trying to stab that at the ground, but couldn't quite come up with it. So it'll be an infield single for Lance. First and second. That'll bring up Jason Bray.
Yeah, bad break there for the Falcons.
I completely forgot that infield single is a thing. So in my little box, I just wrote swinging buns. I don't know.
That's what they usually call it. I mean, it's a single, but you know, to describe it,
yeah,
it is a swinging bunt. Exactly.
But I could have just wrote in like I won. I don't know. It's like I could have done something different because I literally wrote out swinging bunt and took up the whole space.
I see that. We can get a if only we can get a camera shot on that.
You know, sometimes you just forget how things work.
I've been there. Everyone has.
I mean, you did say the second inning is the 7th.
Yeah. It's 2 games in a row.
Got Jason Bray in the box for the Mustangs. He was warming up in the bullpen a little bit ago. Let's see if he takes the mound going into the 9th inning. Excuse me, the bottom of the 8th inning.
Showed bunt there, but pulled back. The pitch was a ball. Yeah, Bray has made 4 appearances. Would make his 5th, I should say. If he doesn't fit. There go the runners. Here's the throw from Denning and the tag. And he's safe. At third is Vasquez. So nice heads-up base running from the Mustangs as they now have 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, great effort by Dotson to try to swing around and make that tag.
See there on the replay. Nice jump right there from Vasquez.
Ooh.
And a close play.
I just think he got in there. He went in the backside of the bag.
Hook slide. That's what saved him.
Yeah, great job there by Vasquez being able to keep his hand on the bag.
Yeah, with double steal, that was just great opportunity for the Mustangs. Now they have runners in scoring position, only 1 out, so a sac fly, a ground out, if the Falcons don't go home, can score a run and increase and pad the lead.
2-2 count now as Corral and Diaz were last pitch playing back. And I was really questioning that one, but come in on this one as the infield is entirely in now. Outfield playing a bit in. It's a breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block from Denning. Full count. Gutierrez does have a base to play with as the runners are second and third. The full count. And a check swing. And he did go as Barry could not hold up 2 down.
Yeah, that was a great pitch from Gutierrez to get that strikeout.
Up to the plate, number 3.
So I'll bring up Glorioso, who struck out his last time up. Dotson playing more towards the line. As that first pitch to Glorioso is in there for a strike.
Just struck out his last at bat. Gutierrez trying to do that again.
The 0-1, a swing and a miss. Falcons just 1 out. Oh, excuse me, 1 strike away, I should say, to get out of this jam.
And out. You were right both times.
I was, but I wanted to really be specific. That breaking ball gets away from Gutierrez, and he knew it there.
Yeah, let's see if Gutierrez takes advantage of the aggressiveness of Glorioso. Maybe something just out of the zone and see if he can get him chasing. So you definitely don't want to give him anything to hit.
See if he throws a slider low here. Goes to the fastball. But that's up and away. Evens it up at 2.
See if that's a setup pitch.
Oh, this is what you call
Deuces Wild.
Deuces Wild.
Indeed, so odd. Indeed. The Deuces Wild. A swing and a miss as Gutierrez works out of a jam. Mustangs unable to capitalize on that one as the Falcons have 9-1-2. Looking to tie this one up here in the bottom of the 8th. Isaiah Verrett will go ahead and lead the bottom of the 8th off. Costin in at the back at third. Brett shows bunt, but that first pitch fastball is for a strike.
Kennedy's still out there for the Mustangs. Let's see how far he lasts in this inning. Maybe if there's a little fatigue, maybe the Falcons could take advantage of something here.
That one's into right. Battling the sun is Cleary, but makes the play for the first out.
Yeah, that was impressive. Like you said, he had the elements against him with the sun and then some weird clouds and then the wind kind of taking him a different direction, but still ended up making a good play.
Number 10.
To the top of the order we go.
Aaron Corral.
And Aaron Corral, who's 2 for 3 on the day. A couple singles, struck out in the third. Also a stolen base. As we have some activity in the Falcon bullpen, and that looks to be closer Tyler Pearsall out there. First pitch to Corral, lays off that slider. No one up in the Mustang bullpen, so this looks to be Kennedy's game.
And why not? I mean, he's been doing an amazing job out there for him today.
Exactly.
Hits the knees.
And his energy still seems to be pretty high out there. I'm only calling the game and I'm getting tired.
And he does have, like you said, in the opener, 2 complete games under his belt, so he's trying to make it a third today.
Another swing and a miss from Corral. He's down 1-2, looking to protect here. Trying to find his way on as the Falcons are looking for some base runners here. So running out of time. The 1-2. A swing and a miss on a slider. 2 down.
That pitch was nasty.
Yeah, nice tight movement. Slowed up and caught Corral out in front.
Second baseman, number 5.
Kennedy is dealing right now.
Diaz.
That seems to have gotten better.
I was going to say, it's really impressive how, as the innings are continuing to grow, it's in the bottom of the 8th, and his stuff is just even more filthy, it seems.
Yeah, you can tell that Austin Kennedy out there on the mound definitely wants to take this game the distance and finish it off for Los Medanos.
Yeah, like you said, it is his game, so he definitely has that on the back of his mind.
The 0-1-2 Diaz. A chopper, but right to Vasquez to Lantz to end the inning. We head to the top of the 9th, 3-2 Mustangs. Top of the 9th, Miles Costin will go ahead and look to add some insurance for Kennedy and the Mustangs. First pitch to him in the dirt. Costin with a couple doubles. Came around to score in the second. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, it's top of the ninth right now. Outs are getting scarce here, so Gutierrez trying his best to keep it at a 3-2 ball game.
That one misses low. 2-1. Gutierrez obviously still out there on the mound, but if he does work himself into some trouble, Tyler Pearsall looks to be the man the Falcons would bring in if that were to happen.
I think maybe even if he just gets someone on, regardless, I think they might bring Pearsall in because Gutierrez has been in the game since the first inning, since the start of the game. He's just been DHing. So they might want to give him a little break and put the closer in.
A breaking ball hit off the glove of Corral as it works its way to Gregory out and left to lead off the ninth.
Next up to the plate, number
Yeah, I think
5,
Salampa definitely has a longer leash for Gutierrez because he's just walking around behind the dugout right now, not making a call to the bullpen. So trusting his guy Gutierrez right now.
I think they're just waiting
to finish
on a
to
word
see Tyler
from Pearsall when he is indeed going to be ready.
The Jeopardy music's
like
amazing.
Got some Jeopardy music as we continue to wait. Costin will finally head back to first after a little visit with the third base coach.
I love when pitchers show that they're frustrated with how long it takes for like a little meeting. They just stand there with their hands on their hips. I just think it's really funny.
Really exaggerate,
Yeah.
emphasize that you want things to
pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing that I love what pitchers do, kind of off topic, but whenever there's a strikeout, they take a walk around the mound.
Oh, you got to.
It's so cute. I love that.
Clearly shows bunt. Pulls back for a ball. That bunt attempt from Cleary has now drawn in Dotson with a check on over. Shows bunt again. Here's the pitch. Popped up and making the diving play, heading to second. So a nice play from Jared Denning.
Nice is an understatement. That took me back to Joe Mauer when he used to play, when he used to catch back in the day.
Wow, how about that?
Extendo.
Couldn't finish it off as Corral was unable to get that one hop.
It's an amazing throw, amazing catch. Great job by
See
Denning.
right there from the replay. And how about Costin being aggressive right there, testing Denning's arm, and a good throw, just Corral unable to pick that one up.
Yeah, he was beat by about 4 steps there if Corral was able to dig that ball out. But yeah, good heads-up base running, tagging on a foul bunt. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, great play for him. But also, I just want to emphasize Denning being alert and knowing that someone's trying to take second and at least throwing down there to attempt and make an out.
That first pitch to Anguiano is for a strike. And yeah, like you said, Soad, popped right back up and made that throw rather than make the dive. Kind of take his time standing back up.
Now, usually after a play like that, they take inventory of themselves.
That one's hit into left field. Back goes Gregory, just in front of the warning track for the second out. Thought about it, is Costin tacking up, but heads back to second.
Yeah, great strong throw in by Gregory from the warning track to keep that runner at second.
Next up to the plate, number 1, Jason Ochoa.
So Ochoa who is 1 for 4 on the evening, will look to get that insurance run in from second as he struck out his past 2 times.
Jason Ochoa Crawford here. Seen him make some great plays on defense out there at shortstop for the Mustangs today.
All right, we've definitely been saying his name when it comes to defense.
Looking silky smooth out there.
Like Steven brought up, he could play third, short, left in 1 inning.
Gutierrez has to be careful with that outside breaking pitch here. Make sure it doesn't get away from Denning.
The check, the kick, and deliver as that's flown out into right center. But Barrett corrals that one to end the inning. So bottom of the 9th we go. Falcons with the heart of the order looking to tie this one up down to the last licks. Gutierrez will lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th as the Falcons will look to tie this one up as Los Medanos has a shift on Gutierrez once again.
Yeah, with 1 swing, Gutierrez could tie it up here for the Falcons.
That first pitch to him misses low. And Costin playing even with the bag at third, so really the thought of the bunt in the mind of the Mustangs. Do not want to allow a base runner. 2-0 from Kennedy, who's looking to clean up and finish this one off.
It was a good strategy by Coach Salampin to keep Gutierrez on the mound, knowing he was going to lead off the bottom of the 9th for the Falcons.
And that check swing is off the handle of the bat. Because Gutierrez is really mad at himself for that one.
Gutierrez being the DH earlier today, then taking the mound. The Falcons would lose that DH if this game were to go into extra innings. So to keep him out there for the top half of the 9th, knowing he was going to lead off here in the bottom, I like it.
Yeah. That's what you call baseball smarts, because he knew the situation.
Fastball out, 3-1. And now I would not be surprised if Gutierrez does, in fact, get on maybe a pinch runner for him. As the Falcons had Pearsall warming up, so the Falcons do end up tying this one up. A pinch runner would not hurt whatsoever.
Yeah, I completely agree. You want to have somebody fast out there on the bags if you can get out there.
Yeah, and Jorge Chenar is still on the bench, and he definitely has speed. They have Justin Brown as well. So I can see that coming into play for the Falcons.
Here's the 3-1. A breaking ball misses as Gutierrez will work a leadoff walk to start off the 9th.
Good eye there by Gutierrez, lay off that pitch in a 3-1 count. You know, making Kennedy put something over the plate to get that strike and making him earn it. And instead he'll take the walk.
So Gutierrez will go ahead and stay out there. Questionable move, to say the least. Gutierrez, not bat speed, but definitely would want someone more agile, more quicker out there on the base paths. That first pitch to Denning is in there, as he did not agree with that one.
Yeah, it looked to be low and in.
As the Mustangs now have some action in the bullpen, as Scott Malin, their closer, getting hot and ready, as that one just gets under and flown out to right. That's going to be trouble.
That's going to
and
drop.
that's going to fall in for a base hit. So it looked like Bray and Cleary not communicating on that one, as that was a sky-high major league fly ball right there.
Bray in center, he actually ran back. I think he kind of lost it in the sun because his first few steps were back, but that was definitely not a sharply hit ball out there.
So first and second, still no outs as Kyle Krebs up at the plate. And first and second, no outs. Do you maybe see a bunt here, or do you let Krebs swing knowing that he grounded out into a double play his last time up?
I want to see a bunt.
You know, I don't, because you don't have the speed on the base paths. You know, it could be a for sure out at third, and you don't want to risk that right now with Gutierrez on second.
And again, still surprised as Krebs does in fact show bunt, pulls back, but that's for a strike. Looked a little low.
It's definitely become a little more tense here in the ninth after the little mishap in the outfield.
And kind of shocked that Gutierrez is still out there at second. That just misses. Almost looked like the same pitch.
It did.
Honestly, I'm with you now. At this point, Gutierrez is coming out if they bring in Pearsall, so why not just have a pinch runner come in?
That's what you think.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure the strategy right now for Salampa.
Krebs calls time, trying to mess up the rhythm of Kennedy.
I'd like to see Krebs stay swinging away here and see if he can get something into the outfield. It's the best chance of trying to score Gutierrez from second.
Shows bunt, bunts it, but that's right to Kennedy. And he underhands to Lance over at first.
And that's why I am here, and I'm not making decisions in the dugout. It's a great bunt by Krebs.
Yeah, I think it was a great bunt, and it was a great play by Kennedy because you always want to get the shirt out, because had he turned around and thrown a third, no one was covering, gone over him, Gutierrez would have scored, Danny would have gone, anything can happen, and the Mustangs still have the lead 3-2, so they rather preserve it and get the shirt out instead of do something fancy. So it's smart baseball both sides. Now we have a pinch hitter, Bryce Perbolinski.
Perbolinski will pinch hit for Caparelli. Gets the nod. Looking to tie this one up, even win this one for the Falcons. And that was an interesting move right there from Kennedy, that he decided to run and underhand that one being so far away.
I think honestly it was just nerves, and he just wanted it took him there.
Maybe the thought in his head that he didn't want to overthrow Lance over there at first.
And they always say, as a pitcher, take a couple steps and underhand it to your first baseman. Don't risk anything.
Exactly.
Especially in a tight game like this.
Here's the 1-0. That is low, 2-0.
A couple weeks ago, Bryce hit my first home run call that I've been showing all my friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a lot of play out of that one around my house.
There you go.
I had a home run call for Roberto Diaz. Kind of stuttered, not my favorite, but
the slider is in there. Interesting pitch selection, to say the least, from Kennedy, down 2-0, and throws a slider.
Yeah, he was able to get it to work, but that's risky.
I'm hearing from the side of me that there was the previous pitch was kind of a balk. Did you see anything? Because I didn't see how it could have been a balk. I just hear people chirping.
Fastball is in there, 2-2. Perbolinski was obviously looking for something soft, and I didn't see anything. Now that you point that out, going to play closer attention here, but infield is in for the Mustangs. Outfield still on the deeper side. The chopper, here comes Gutierrez, and the Falcons will tie the game on the RBI ground out from Bryce Pribolinski.
Yeah, what he's doing there isn't really a balk. He's changing his delivery, and he's not pitching from the stretch. He's pitching from the windup.
Number 4.
Well, that'll be a tie game now, as Kennedy looks to be really frustrated with himself out there on the mound. And maybe, I mean, Vasquez looked to be playing, I wouldn't say necessarily in almost halfway, because the way where he fielded it, he came in on it and he fielded it just at the base path.
Yeah.
So if I was Kennedy, I think I'd be pretty upset out there on the mound too.
For how deep he was playing.
Exactly. You know, maybe if Vasquez got a good jump, good read, might have came in and had to play at the plate, had the chance to.
Yeah, and with the speed of Gutierrez, there definitely would have been the chance for a play at the plate if Vasquez wasn't playing, you know, so deep there at second.
So winning run is at third, and Jared Denning that'll be blooped into left field, and Ochoa makes the catch. How about that one?
Oh my
It's
goodness.
been Ochoa all day so far, and of course he would make the last out in the 9th inning and preserve the tie. Of course it'd be Ochoa.
The defensive heroics from Ochoa pays off once again, as that'll keep the game where it's at 3-3, as we have extras as we head to the top of the 10th. 3-3. Extra innings we go, as Smith will go ahead and lead off the top of the 10th. Gutierrez still out there on the mound for the Falcons.
Actually, kind of smart keeping Goody in now that I think about it. If you're not going to put Pearsall in right now.
That is off the end of the bat, popped up, but right there is Pribolinski for the first out.
Running out of room to keep score.
Up to the plate.
We're down to our last
Number
inning in the
12.
scorebooks. Might have to
Jose
start a new
Vasquez.
page.
Or just wait until I invent the scorebook that has a pullout so they can just like tape it. It's going to come with tape. So you're going to be good.
So with one down, that'll bring up Vasquez at the plate. Walked his last time around. Also had a single back in the 5th.
Gutierrez definitely quick pitching here. He's you can tell he's feeling a groove right now. He's locked in.
Oh, yeah, he's coming off a high right now after the bottom of the 9th inning.
The 0-2 and a slider in the dirt. Nice job from Denning. And he caught that one as it was a little iffy. Didn't know if he did, but the umpire called it out on the catch. 2 down.
That was nasty.
That was a strikeout via Carlos Gomez. How whenever he swings and misses,
Number
goes to his
20.
knees. Really
Vince
eccentric.
Yeah, Gomez really when he strikes out, that
He's-
one hand on the bat, just everything
One
goes.
hand on the bat, one hand in Mars, his knee.
Yeah, his head's looking out
Tilted.
somewhere. It's looking out to the
You can either be
to the
a-
nosebleeds.
You can either be Carlos Gomez striking out or Adrian Beltre hitting a home run when you're talking about taking a knee.
That breaking pitch that Gutierrez is working right now is just filthy.
Just missed. Surprised that wasn't a strike.
Yeah, it was the same place as the first pitch.
That one's off the end of the bat. Caught Lance reaching, but that's foul out of play. 1-2.
Being this far in and throwing 3 straight sliders, I'd kind of like to see him work something kind of inside. See if he can catch Lance looking.
Curveball. Nope. It just gets a piece. Is Lance out on his front foot. Flared at that one. And lucky to stay alive.
Yeah, if he would have waited on that, that could have been trouble for the Falcons.
The 1-2. And that is into shallow center. And calling and making the play is Verrett. That's a nice inning of work from Gutierrez. 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the 10th. Falcons looking to win this one.
Hi, this is Tyron Salampa. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
To the plate.
Welcome back.
Left fielder.
Cody Gregory
Number 24.
will lead off the bottom of the 10th as we have a new pitcher now for the Mustangs. So that'll be it for Austin Kennedy, who did a phenomenal job out there on the mound. 9 innings worked, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts on the day. So nothing to keep his head down about on that one, as he'll hand it over to the closer and Scott Malin. First pitch from him is for a ball.
It was just the 9th inning that just got away from him. But like you said, nothing to hang his head low on. It was a fantastic pitcher's duel throughout the entire game. When Chanda was pitching or when Gutierrez came in, Kennedy just had Solano's number until the 9th.
That curveball drops right off the table for a strike. And Malin, a 1.85 ERA, making his 16th appearance on the year. 39 innings pitched. That one hits the inside part. 1-2. Down is Gregory, looking to protect here, get something going. Opponents are hitting 132 against him, and has a strikeout ratio of +1. 43 strikeouts in 39 innings pitched.
Go back to his batting average against.
132.
Jeez Louise.
In 39 innings.
It almost kind of, that was just a great play by the catcher.
Saved the umpire right there.
Yeah.
If I was the umpire, I would have saw my life flash before my eyes.
That's how I feel every time there's a ball hit back towards us. But just to go back on...
I mean, he has nothing in front of him, though. That would have been right at the midsection of him. That would have been scary.
Anyhow, just to go back on the batting average against it, it's, of course, really amazing to see that. But you have to know...
That's lined into center field for a leadoff single. So nice piece of hitting for Gregory as he finds his fastball and drills that one to start off the 10th.
Just to go back again on the batting average against, it's weird to say that because he's a closer. And if you have a really good pitcher and he has the best stuff on the team, why just limit him to just close as they're taking a look at the bat? Corral not really happy with that.
As we have a pinch runner now for Cody Gregory and Justin Brown. Now this is the pinch runner we've been waiting for now. So,
but now we know what. Well, I don't think Salampa knew exactly what was going to happen in the 9th inning, but at least he used Gutierrez an extra inning, and now he has. If this goes to the top half, at least he has Pearsall for a little bit longer.
Exactly. And Brown can obviously play the outfield as he does play a platoon role with Gregory out and left. So Brown the pinch runner. They'll bring up Verrett. Costin in at third. And do you expect a bunt here from Verrett?
No, I don't. I think everyone's expecting a bunt, so I don't think he's going to bunt here.
As he does.
Or he's going to show.
He shows bunt and does indeed, but foul. Couldn't quite straighten that one out.
I was trying to keep it a little funky and be different, but I mean, bunting's not that off par from Salampa's kind of play. It's the bottom of the 10th, tied 3-3, no outs, runner on first, so why not bunt him over? It would be smart baseball.
Maybe a bunt and steal, maybe bunted down the third baseline, and Brown with a good lead over there at first. Brown doesn't go. The bunt missed by Verrett as he's now down 0-2, and the bunt may be off. We'll see here.
Did you notice how after the called strike, Vasquez ran over to first, kind of try to get someone to throw over there? Just weird to see because Lawrence is there still.
We'll see if the bunt is still on here. Verrett calls time. Maybe even show bunt and pull back and slash.
That's what I was thinking. I actually want to see that. I don't think they're expecting that. I think they're expecting a routine bunt, a sack bunt.
As Malin now steps off. Looking to get comfortable out there on the mound as he's up in the count against Verrett, 0-2. And we've seen that curveball drop right off the table. We'll see if he throws it here. 0-2. To Verrett in the dirt. Nice block right there from Anguiano.
You have to block. You can't give them free bases now. You can't give free bases anytime, but especially in extra innings, walk-off situation.
And especially with the speed threat in Brown at first. Anything outside of the circle, out of the reach of Anguiano, Brown is looking to take that bag.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't thrown over to first.
Curveball in the dirt. Nice backhand stop once again from Anguiano. Evens it up at 2.
Usually when there's a base stealing threat at first base, you see the pitcher only pay attention to the runner. We haven't seen that at all. There we have a good shot of
Malin shakes off Anguiano. Like you said, nice lead right there. We'll see if Brown goes. He does not. Fastball just fouled from Verrett. Stays alive. Corral is on deck. Diaz in the hole. And if any of those guys can get on and keep this inning going, Gutierrez and then Denning.
You definitely want to do the damage yourself, but if you can keep, like you said, the lineup moving and get it to the 3-4 guys and Goody and Denning, that'd be great too.
Brown doesn't go. Curveball out on his front foot. Catches Verrett swinging and missing for the first out.
Yeah, now Aaron Crowell stepping up to the plate. He struck out in his last at-bat in the 8th inning.
10, Aaron Corral.
Corral with a couple singles along with a couple Ks. Looking to add to his day. As the winning run is at first and Brown, and a check on over back in safely. Curveball drops in for a strike. Nice pitch.
That
right
was
there
a great
from Malin.
pitch. It looked like Corral kind of buckled his knees a little bit too as that went back into the strike zone last minute.
I don't think he expected a first pitch curveball. And the way Malin throws up there on the mound, he's throwing everything he has with his weight. There's another curveball for a strike.
So quick 0-2 for Corral. He's looking here to protect.
Now Malin, since he's thrown those 2 straight curveballs, can pretty much do whatever he wants with Corral. Throw another one in the dirt, have him reaching. They could even pitch out here. Another curveball. But nice job of laying up on that one is Corral, 1-2. Outfield is deep for the Mustangs. Infield playing double play depth. Looking to get out of this inning. And honestly, I'm surprised that Brown hasn't gotten the green light to go.
Yeah, they're not throwing over to him. He hasn't been necessarily attempting to steal second. He's been just sitting there standing there at first base. And his lead isn't that large either.
As that just misses to Corral. Thought that might have rung him up. But Corral ends up getting the call on that. 2-2. And if now this goes to a full count, that's when I'd probably see Justin Brown go in at first to stay out of the double play. Malin steps off.
I mean, Malin so far has been doing good, keeping the pace on his side. He's been stepping off, taking his time, and maybe it's a good thing he's not focusing on Brown, just focusing on the hitters because he does have one out now.
Brown with a good lead at first. There goes Brown. Pitch up in the zone. Here's the throw from Anguiano, and he is out of there.
That was not a good pitch to run on.
Nice throw from Victor Anguiano as he guns down Justin Brown for the second out.
I feel like he maybe waited a little too late to steal. Now 2 outs here.
Almost as if the Mustangs knew Brown was going there. So full count to Corral. Let's see if he can extend the inning. The curveball misses up in the zone. So a 2-out walk. We'll hand it on over to Roberto Diaz, and why not hand it over to him and see if he can win it all with what he's been doing lately.
Number 5.
You have to have a John Sterling walk-off call, okay? If it's Roberto, whomever, you have to do it. It's your time to shine, kid.
It's my time to shine.
And don't do anything of the Giancarlo.
I have to.
No, something Parlo.
I gotta think of something for Diaz then, because John Sterling thinks of a nickname for every Yankee player.
Yeah,
there
the Stanton
is.
one's horrible though.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a new player. You know,
Nope, it's horrible.
Cut the guy some slack. He's still got to play with it.
Nay, I shall not. Roberto, so good-o.
The 0-1 to Diaz. Nice save right there from Malin. Costin in at third. Malin sets. The 1-1. Ball is out. Look at the head of hair on Malin right there.
Count still in Roberto's favor, though, 2-1.
The way Malin's been pitching backwards, you could see a 2-1 curveball here. Diaz gets the fastball, though. But nice play over there by one of the coaches.
That was a great pick.
For Los Medanos.
He definitely played one of the corners back in the day.
Soft hands. So 2-2 the count. Deuces are wild. See if.
Oh, Deuce, exactly. Deuce is wild, like you said. I thought it. I just didn't say it.
If you didn't say it, never happened. So the 2-2 fastball just misses. Wow. Diaz looked like
he was confused on that pitch. I don't think he knew what happened.
So that'll give Corral a head start as we're full count with 2 down. Outfield is back, so anything hitting the gaps or down the line looking to cut Corral down or hold him up at third. Here it is, the 3-2. The ground ball right on over to Lance. Steps on the bag to end the inning. So top of the 11th we go. The Falcons were stranding 1 right there. Gutierrez still out there on the mound. As we're in the top of the 11th. Pearsall antsy out there in the bullpen just waiting to get his call. But Gutierrez doing a great job in the meantime. First pitch to Bray is fouled off.
Yeah, why not? Why not keep him in? It's extra innings. You can preserve the bullpen even longer. I just want to say shout out to you for attempting to make some lines and keep score. I'm done. There's no more innings on my scorebook after the 10th. I'm good. I'm just going to watch now.
Another swing and a miss from Bray, down 0-2. Now we'll see if we can get that dirty slider from Gutierrez here.
I do want to say, though, shout out to me because it's the first time I finished a game doing the scorebook. I always give up around the 6th, 7th inning.
This is your first time finishing?
Not ever, but so far this year, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wowza. That one's popped up in the infield. And battling the sun, coming in and making the play is Roberto Diaz for out number 1.
He's a second baseman, shortstop, center fielder, pitcher, third baseman, a little bit on that play.
Came in from the opposite side of the field. Dodson had no idea where that went as he lost it right when it was hit, and Corral was charging in and lost it last second.
It's a good thing to have two shortstops up the middle.
Yeah, Diaz, usually we see him at short, but getting some time at second now and has really settled down quickly there. Picked it up. Nice. Nice pitch right there from Gutierrez. Just misses, but right on the outside. 1-1. Shows butt is Glorioso. And that's inside. Almost hits him. 2-1. The set from Gutierrez. Fastball fouled off. Evens it up at 2-2.
Good to see you still having fun out here, Chris. With your hood on, your sassy pants on.
It's a little chilly, but we'll work through it, Sawad. As long as we can get this game finished while the sun's still up so I can warm up afterwards. Then it's perfectly fine.
Nothing but professionals here.
The full count. Swing and a miss. 2 down. So that'll bring up Miles Costin.
Number 2.
2 outs here. The top of the 11th is singled. His last time up, 3 for 5 on the day. Dodson hugging the line at first, as well as Pribolinski. The 1-0.
It was a good pitch to take.
Just low. A healthy cut from Costin, but just misses that one. 2-1. The pitch from Gutierrez. It'll be interesting to see if Costin works a walk or able to find his way on here if Salampa doesn't indeed go to the bullpen. As a check swing, yes he did, could not hold up. Full count now.
I think if he gets on, I think Salampa might keep him in the game because only 1 out, and Gutierrez has proved himself this game.
As that's fisted into shallow center, but the man is there in Verrett to end the inning. So the Falcons will look to go ahead and win this one again here in the bottom of the 11th. Gutierrez, Denning, Krebs.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network. Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez.
Gutierrez will lead it off here as the shift is on against him. First pitch breaking ball gets away from Malin.
Right now, here it comes. He needs to get somewhere. Fastball. No. Outside, yeah.
Nice patience right there, 2-0.
Now it makes sense why it was like the inning before, why Slampa kept him in. I feel like even if he did get a walk, they would keep him in because he was leading off the next inning instead of having Pearsall.
Gutierrez takes the 2-0 fastball and fouls that back. Got the green light, unable to take advantage of that one. The 2-1 from Malin. 3-1. And now Gutierrez is in the driver's seat.
Definitely hitter's friendly count right now, 3-1 to Gutierrez.
Ground ball, but right into the shift in Vasquez for out number 1.
That's why I hate the shift.
Can't really hate on it so hard. I mean,
that's funny because I'm doing it right now.
He hit right into it. I mean, that would have been a base hit for any other team that they faced here. But the fact that Los Medanos actually has the
shift on, exactly.
The shift,
it's
the courage to actually do that, really shows the baseball IQ of the team.
Oh, 100%, because he literally hit it into the shift. He hit it to where the guy was, and he was retired. Doesn't mean I gotta like it though.
If you say so, Soa.
And I do. Thank you.
So with 1 down, that'll bring up Jared Denning, who had that single out in right center that Bray and Cleary were unable to get that one. Yeah, that right side is packed. Ochoa right up the middle, Vasquez right there in shallow right. Cleary battling the sun as he keeps his glove up in right. Bray playing right center almost. So that left side is wide open for Denning if he does in fact get a pitch that he can handle.
You gotta give props to him though. He definitely has a good eye. Not swinging on anything that's not in his zone.
The patience that he shows up there at the plate is unbelievable. As he works a 4-pitch walk with 1 out.
What is that, his 78th walk? Something like that.
Next up to the plate.
That is his 37th walk of the year.
20, Kyle Krebs.
So Krebs now up. Denning at first. Costin is back at third. Now maybe a bunt.
Do you expect a bunt? I think he's going. He has a green light here.
Always a possibility, but I think Slampa is trusting Krebs the way. And ball in the dirt. Here's the play. And the slide from Denning. He's in there. So that's the risk that you take with the curveball. If you're unable to handle it in Anguiano, Denning with a nice jump. That ball in the dirt puts a runner in scoring position now. The Falcons have the winning run at second.
The winds have picked up, as we can see here, with the flags blowing towards right center.
Anything hit in the outfield, the only one I see remotely close would be Bray in center. Cleary and Glorioso on the deeper side of things, on the corners of the outfield. And no one holding on Denning. The curveball drops in for a strike.
You know, this game was on pace to end at a reasonable time.
We always think that. Always something prolonging this one, whether it's a long inning, just the one long half inning, or...
Well, it's 5:30. Usually the games end around 5:30, and the game today started at 2:30. So it's not that bad.
It's extra baseball. It's a tie game.
3
Gotta
hours,
love it.
yeah.
Malin steps off as no one was holding him, and that's what maybe Anguiano is going to have a little chat with Malin. 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 11th. 1 out. Kyle Krebs at the plate. Falcons threatening. Game-winning run at second, and Jared Denning.
I was going to make a joke because the Jaws theme song was playing. I was going to say, is that a shark on the field or a falcon? You're never going to live that down, buddy. Ever.
Nope. I have not so hard. In the dirt. Nice block right there from Anguiano.
That's what you want from a catcher.
He looks a bit frustrated that these curveballs keep missing in the dirt. Doesn't want one to get away from him again. 2-1 the count. Pribolinski on deck. Dotson in the hole. No one holding Denning on. Misses low. 3-1 now, and Malin just showing his emotions up there on the mound, not agreeing with that one.
You can always show your frustration. That's your right, but try to keep your composure because umpires do keep that in mind. I'm not saying home plate umpire today is that vindictive that he's going to call balls on purpose. I'm not saying any umpires like that, but they could be. And it's always good just to keep your composure.
Vasquez tails off. Denning gets a nice lead out there in second, and that curveball misses off the plate. So Krebs works to walk himself. As now runners at first and second with Pribolinski up.
Up to bat, number 7, Bryce Pribolinski.
I think Bryce feels like money.
No pun intended.
This definitely isn't the longest game we've done. I'll never forget I want to say 16 innings. I'm going to find it.
Which one?
It was, I want to say,
trying to think.
During spring, not summer. It was last spring.
Last spring.
It was like 16 innings. It was horrible.
We
I don't
did
even
the
know.
game?
Yeah, it was you and I.
Really? Oh, no. I was thinking of the Napa blowout that they had. They lost to Napa last year. Remember that?
No. It was like extra. Remember they were down like by 7. They came up and were winning. Then they tied it up and then came out. It was like freaking 15, 16 innings. I don't even know if they won. I try to put that out of my memory. I was traumatized.
I don't remember it. You're going to have to pull this game up.
I'll do that tonight. I was just scared after that. I was scared of baseball.
1-1 the count to Pribolinski. Anything hit to the outfield, and I think Denning's getting the wave home. Why not?
He has sneaky speed.
Try to win this game. Curveball driven into left field. That's going to bloop, but right to Glorioso for the second out.
You jinxed it. That's all I got to say.
I jinxed it?
Broadcasters jinx 101. Hello.
4.
All right, so if you say so.
And I do.
All right.
Why are your sassy pants on?
I'm not sassy. Not at all.
Jeez, take a joke, friend. Oh, did you know, speaking, because Nick Dawson has a song from Sandlot, because he squints, ha ha ha. Today, the Sandlot characters met up 20 years after the fact, something funky like that.
They didn't look anything like they were. I couldn't
Ham
even
looks
tell.
like him.
So 2 down. Dotson at the plate, looking to be the man of the hour. First pitch, curveball for a strike.
Oh, yeah, so the cast of The Sandlot reunites 25 years later.
Well, I'll have to check that out.
You don't take my word for it?
No, I'm saying when I'm not calling the game. The 0-1 misses out, 1-1. Malin looking to get himself out of the jam he's worked himself in. Deep breath and a set. Looks into the Falcon dugout and delivers a 1-1 curveball, but doesn't make its way to hit the inside part. 2-1 now. Malin looks at Denning. As Dotson called for time, didn't get it, but it's a ball anyway. 3-1 the count.
Yeah, umpires are never, they don't have to give you the timeout. Not at all. You usually see them give it to you, though, depending on if the pitcher has thrown the ball, then of course they won't give it to you. But in this case, I don't know why he didn't give him time.
Whenever I think of that or see that happen, I always think of Jerry Harrison Jr., where he called time and then immediately hit it up the middle for a base hit.
Oh, when I think of that, I think of Adrian Beltre. When he called for time and then obviously didn't get it and then like got a strike. Something happened, but he was mad.
Oh, he ended up staring down the umpire.
Yeah, there you go. It was that, yeah. And then you can't forget about his on-deck circle. I love
He got tossed for that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. He's off the what do you call it? The on-deck circle. He's off of it. Umpire told him to go back on it, and instead of walking like 2 feet towards it, he just drags it to where he was standing, and it's like, well, he's not wrong. Technically, he was standing on the on-deck circle now.
Kind of customized his own area, but Dotson works a 2-out walk, loads the bases. Justin Brown up at the plate. 2 outs, and this is just what everyone ordered. This is baseball at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Pressure on both sides here.
Who has more pressure, pitcher or hitter right now?
Pitcher.
Pitcher.
Extra innings, especially if you're the visiting team in Malin. Got to pitch his way out of this one. No free passes. The first pitch to Brown. In there for a strike. Just hits the knees. And the ump wasn't calling that one. Malin sets. Looks at Denning and delivers the 0-1 curveball. And that's in there for a strike. Questionable call to say the least. There's 2 pitches in a row. Almost looked at the shins of Brown. Oh, and 2. Brown's got to protect here. Malin looking deep into the eyes of Anguiano. Finally agrees on his sign. The 0-2 fastball misses away as Anguiano was trying to work that glove and frame back into the eyesight of the umpire to ring up Brown, but doesn't get the call. 1-2.
Let's go, 3-6. Anything close?
Malin really taking his time up there on the mound.
One pitch away from getting out of the jam.
In the dirt. Brown thought about it, but holds up. 2-2, and a big pitch right here for Malin.
It's what we call, don't tell me.
You say it all the time.
I know, wait, hold on. It's called Deuces Wild. 2-2-2. Let me live.
A big pitch, because if you're Malin, you want this pitch to be the deciding factor. Don't want a full count, bases loaded, and walk in the potential game-winning run. The 2-2 to Brown. Curveball popped up. Vasquez, actually Cleary there to make the play to end the inning. So Malin able to work out a bases-loaded jam as we head to the 12th inning. 3-3.
Number 5.
Welcome back,
Riley
ladies
Cleary.
and gentlemen. For those of you who are staying and tuning in to watch us, I appreciate you guys as we're in the top of the 12th. And showing bunt is Cleary, but fouls that one off.
Where's your boy?
What do you mean?
Pearsall. Sorry, I thought it was a given. You guys went to the same high school.
Pearsall is once again getting warmed up in the bullpen.
Are you going to try to keep?
I am.
Proud of you.
Thanks, Sawad. Breaking ball in the dirt, trying to have Cleary chase, but good job at holding up on that. 1-2. Chopper, and that's off the glove of Pribilinski and into right field. On his way to second is Cleary. Here's a throw from Krebs, and he is out of there.
That was a mistake by Creeley right there. He should have just stayed out first and not danced with the devil right there.
As you see here
Number 10,
on the replay,
Victor
As Nate Gutierrez's father says, night-night.
that was a tough play for Pribilinski, and Diaz unable to make that as he tripped. And nice throw right there from Kyle Krebs out and right, once again showing his defensive worth. Another foul from Anguiano, 0-2. A swing and a miss. 2 down.
I'm trying so hard to keep my composure, but I can't with Nate Gutierrez's father on the side of me screaming, night, night, bye, bye.
So with 2 down, Ochoa swings and misses on a first pitch breaking ball. That one hangs in there, 0-2.
Everyone just has the giggle pants on.
Here's the 0-2 from Gutierrez, and a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Bottom of the 12th we go. Falcons looking to take this one. See a nice shot. Billy and Louise, Yarborough. Bottom of the 12th, 3-3 ball game. Malin still out there on the hump for the Mustangs. Barrett will go ahead and lead this one off. Shows bunt, pulls back. That first pitch is for a strike.
There's a player comp I've been trying to think of. It's someone so obvious, but I can't say it.
For? Malin?
Yeah.
The 0-1. Fastball driven into the gap in left center. That's trouble for Glorioso, and that's going to fall down for an extra base hit. And getting the stop, and heading to third is Verrett, and he's in there with a leadoff triple. As it looked like he was hesitant right there. Rounding second.
Next up to the plate.
Might have gotten the stop sign, but Verrett nonetheless gets a leadoff triple. Also a bad throw from Glorioso out in left. You see there on the replay, Verrett stopped at second and started the motor again. A nice head first slide. Diving in safely. As now that'll bring it to the top of the order. And Aaron Corral looking to be the game winner. The infield will go ahead and meet up at the mound, and just a great piece of hitting for Isaiah Verrett, who finally got his first hit of the evening when it mattered most.
Exactly that, and it was great base running because at first it looked like he hesitated at around rounding second.
I think I want to say he got the stop sign, and then he saw the throw or something. It was a miscommunication between him and Salampa.
I think it was the other way around. I thought he had the go sign, and then he decided to stop, and then he was like, okay, forget it. Like, my coach is telling me to go. Well, regardless, he's at third with no outs. And now another timeout's being made by head coach of the Mustangs.
And we just had an infield meetup.
This is why we should have the 6 mound meeting thingies.
Well, even then, they still wouldn't.
Can a girl dream, Chris?
And it looks like the Mustangs are going to go ahead and bring in a 5th infielder. Really changing it up here. As far as defensive schemes, we've seen a shift and now a 5th infielder. So Cleary will play right center. Bray playing the gap in left. Glorioso at short. Ochoa up the middle. You see a nice shot of the infield right there. Everyone in the infield. 5 infielders for the Mustangs. No outs. Barrett had a leadoff triple here. If you're just tuning in the bottom of the 12th, Aaron Corral up at the plate, looking to win this one. A big foul on the first pitch, 0-1. The 0-1. 1-1. The biggest gap in the infield is the 3-4 hole, where Vasquez is playing more up the middle and Lance hugging the line. Curveball, nice block right there. Potentially a game saver from Anguiano.
Oh, yeah, especially because Isaiah does have speed. So he not only is he just a threat on the base paths, but right now he's going to be inching off the bag and trying to distract the pitcher.
Looking for anything in the dirt. It's what they call BIDs, work on in practice. The 2-1. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Ochoa, so the 5th infielder does indeed work out for the Mustangs as they get out number 1.
Ochoa has just been everywhere. Everything that's been hit has been hit towards him. He's just been incredible on the defensive side. He did that so calmly, too. So cool, calm, and collective.
Roberto Diaz.
Now Roberto Diaz is stepping up to the plate. He's definitely not shy when it comes to these situations.
So that would... That 5th infielder, really huge play. As like I've said, we've never seen that here. That first pitch is away from Diaz.
I don't know, with Diaz now stepping up to the plate, I feel like the smartest thing they would do is put everyone back in their position because he definitely has the power to go into the outfield.
It looks like the outfielders are playing more opposite field against Diaz.
His home runs came from right field. So
he can really hook one right over the first baseman and launch to end the game. I mean, anything, if he out in front just off the end of the bat or even off the handle and just pushes it just out of the reach of Lance.
I mean, 2-0 count to Diaz. So the count is in his favor. as well as the defense, in my opinion.
The 2-0 to Diaz. Up and away. Looked like a slider right there from Malin. 3-0. And it'll be interesting what the Mustangs do if Diaz does, in fact, reach base, puts runners at the corners. Do you still leave that left fielder in Glorioso?
Not when Gutierrez is coming up. Not at all.
That's the
I'm
thing.
actually surprised they're not attacking Roberto as much as we're used to seeing him with Gutierrez hitting right behind him. They definitely don't want to see him or Denning, so I think they have to attack right now.
That one misses up and away, so Diaz works a walk. Puts runners at the corners with 1 out, and
Next up to bat,
Nate Gutierrez
number 11.
looking to become
Nate
the guy,
Gutierrez.
the hero for this Falcon team.
A double play can end it, though. So at the end of the day, it's not the worst situation having Roberto on first, because then the double play is in effect.
And you see the coaches for Los Medanos really engaging with their players, trying to set up this defense.
Confusing defense. Yeah, it's still 5 infielders in, and they're playing Goody more to pull. There's a huge gap in left field. No one is there.
Clear playing shallow right now, and Bray playing just to the left of center. You get a good shot right there.
Just weird.
The pull right there. Gutierrez has grounded out to Vasquez a handful of times, 3 times to be exact. So the numbers are in the favors for the Mustangs. That pitch is outside.
Is there anything for a 1-1 count with 1 out?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, I'm going to make one up.
Singles wild?
Candlesticks. Everyone buy candlesticks just in case. Oh, yeah, there is one. They're tapping the thing. What do you call the dugout?
Curveball driven into left center. That's going to be a play for Bray. Tagging is Verrett. Here's the throw. He's safe, and that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. A walk-off sacrifice fly for Nate Gutierrez. And that'll do it here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. And you see here on the replay as Malin just off the end of the bat. And the throw from Bray. And Verrett just sneaks his hand in there to end the ball game. So the Falcons take this one in fashion.
And of course, it comes off the bat of Nate Gutierrez. He has been the star since coming in pitching. He's been in the game this whole time, but coming in to relieve Jordan Chana, he's just been phenomenal. And of course, he gets the game-winning base hit. And just the way he was jumping around, the way his team was just around him, it felt organic, it felt real. And I just loved seeing how happy everyone was.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Nate Gutierrez, the man of the hour, wins it for the Falcons, as the Falcons will go ahead and move to 8-5 in the Bay Valley Conference. Los Medanos falls to 9-3 in the BVC. Falcons will move to overall 14-17, as we'll be right back with the man himself for the Best Buy player of the game, Chris Avaglia, along with Soa Balazi. We'll catch you guys next time.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the Best Buy players of the game, Isaiah Verrett and Nate Gutierrez. How are you guys feeling right now?
It's fantastic. Great. It took forever, but great.
Yeah, you guys played an amazing game. Nate, with your versatility, both pitching and hitting, how do you think that affects the team?
It gives a lot more options, I think, the club, because I can pitch if they want, I can hit if they want. So, I mean, every day I'm good to play. If I'm down on the arm, I can hit. And if I'm slumped at the play, I can pitch and just try to get the team wins. That's all I'm really trying to do.
And Isaiah, I want to take it back to the 12th inning. You're the leadoff hitter. It's a tie game. What's going through your mind?
I mean, the inning before I had messed up on a sac bunt, so I feel like I had to come back and redeem myself. So just try to get a good pitch to hit, and did that.
You definitely did. That was an amazing triple. And guys, in these close game situations, how do you guys stay loose?
Just focus pitch to pitch. Stay with your approach. Don't try to do too much. You know, stay within yourself. I mean, we all want to be the hero, but just playing the role. You know. Yeah, I agree with that. It comes down to little things that late in the game. So whoever does little things wins.
Yeah, you guys had an amazing game. Solano gets the victory in extra innings, 4-3. I am Andy Chase on the Solano College Sports Network here. We will see you next time.
Fighting!